Great stream, Matt. Lots of fun. Thanks for the send-off. Much appreciated. Viewers of the tube, thanks for tuning in to the 34th installment of the epic 72-hour community live stream put on by everybody's best friend, Buttchop 2021. I, Makro Bricks, will be your D-list YouTuber for the next trifecta of time and history. That's 3 hours, my friends. 3 hours. And speaking of which, we got a 3-part disclaimer that I'm going to have to get off my chest before we can continue on with the party. First part, if I look familiar, you probably remember me from short adult films such as Polybag Polly, No Studs on Top, and my personal favorite, One Guy, Two Bricks. Second part, no, I am not high. This is just how I look. Makro Bricks in the wild. Third part, Dusty, cheers to you, buddy. Right on, right on. Mayo jumping up in here. Having fun?
Hey, Makro.
Good day, good day. Jump into chat real quick. We got Miss Ambie, Buttchop, nice. Have to take my meds before I forget. Me too. Got James right on. Mail the raid. Bubba Bricks. Let's go. Macro right on. Much appreciated. We got the Craigster BrickstagePass. Fooling with the pricks. Watcha right on. We got Taz. Dusty. Nice. Nice. Mama Lego. One guy, two lugs. Hey, there's another good one. One guy, two lugs. That's funny. That's funny. Quality disclaimers. That's right. So, did you actually get some sleep last night, man, or you've been binge watching like the rest of us?
Yeah, I've been getting some sleep. I think I just got 1.5 hours of it.
Yeah, it's about what I scored. Not on the high priority list right now. So we got some options, my friends. I would go with option A, build the brownstone townhouses, use the pet shop for parts later. Both these builds could be used for the same area of the city, or we got the Spring Lantern Festival. 3 hours to try and make some headway. What do you guys figure? I think I already know your vote, Mail.
I would say go with the brownstone.
Nice, nice. Clicking with the cliff. Yo, snap 2 good bricks. Much appreciated, Matt. Right on. Tim's Bricks Adventure. You guys are awesome. Showing the love. Coming out in numbers. Coming out in numbers. I did send out a bunch of random invites. We'll see if people are busy. And because it is the community live stream, we've got to be dropping them in the chat, watching for the trolls, because that's always fun, isn't it? What up, Tina? Making her rounds. She's hitting them all up, hitting them all up. We getting Jonas, how's it going? Daylight Bricks. Right on. Zizoo. Getting any votes in? What do you want? Brownstone townhouses, City of Lanterns. What do you guys figure? What do you guys figure? Is this the cleanest I've seen my desk, Mail, after yesterday, last night during your stream? I ripped it apart working on this bad boy.
Yeah, it's a pretty clean desk.
I got an hour and a half of sleep after hanging out with Lego Lemaniac for a quick hour and a bit. And then during Taz's stream, Ruth's stream, a couple of brickheads, and Matt, I actually got this all clean. So I'm pretty impressed. Pretty impressed. Sorry about my spelling tonight. Don't worry. That's me every night. Snap Too Good says Townhouse.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal to me about Chop because there's always a next time. Because every Friday night at 8 p.m. for you, all you have to do is ask, and we can have good conversations together.
Yes, ma'am, it is. For sure, Tina. It's 2 hidden 4-side sets. I got 1 mirror built backwards. And then actually... Mail, you know the proper term. What do you call the little house that's over the gate? Didn't you mention it before? Doesn't it have a specific name?
The
The
gate itself is called a portcullis.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I thought we were talking before and you had the terminology down for the little house that's over the gate. Maybe I was just thinking of something else. All right. This is what we're doing. More sand blue. Who doesn't like sand blue?
Yeah, we're also at Butt Shop. I have Instagram. Yeah, I have Instagram groups where people in those groups are automatically invited to all of my live streams. So if you'd also like to be automatically invited to all of my live
Where's that
streams,
prefab?
I'd ask permission to add you to those, to that group so that you never miss out on
Was it
getting
still a
an
live stream, Jay?
invitation. Well, because Butt Chop says that Butt Chop said I promised to make it up to you.
Cheers to that.
And BFabs left a comment.
All right, we're just diving deep into bag one. Guys, like those disclaimers? It took me a whole 5 minutes to think about, and then it took me about another 20 minutes to replay it in my mind so I didn't screw it up. It's the real BFab. What do you mean for once? I come across you more often BFab, and I don't know if I've ever seen a fake BFab, to be honest. Maybe I'm just not out and about enough. Not bouncing through the bush. Hopefully I didn't open up a bag two yet.
BFab said on my second to last live stream that he's been trying to keep a low profile to stay away from people who have been doxing him.
Harassment. Some harassment.
Yeah.
Mr. B Fabulous. Well, glad to see you, B Fab. Hopefully you're having a good weekend, my friend. But it says I gotta drive home. Well, engage lurk mode. Hey, much appreciated. Under the name. Ah, I remember that. Yeah. Young ones with too much time on their hands, I guess, eh? See, I got too excited already, and I didn't pay attention. I opened up bag two. Only one of them. Newbie mistake. I'm like, hey, and you behaving. He's keeping low pro. He's trying. It's funny. Ah, good afternoon, Big Block. Hopefully the weather's treating you well. It got worse. He goes to nip the situation in the butt, and it got worse. That's not how life should work. Damn. Well, sorry for the luck, buddy. I mean, maybe worst case, you could live in your car for a year and drive around the country, and then no one could find you if they tried. What up, West Coast? Good to see you, Max. Cheers, buddy. I'm glad to see you guys on, killing it a little early this morning. I can see that. That's why you guys do late nights. Is morning isn't Sean's forte necessarily. But man, it was good to see you guys getting in on the epic 72 hour. So I counted myself as the 34th installment, the 34th person going on. Now my counting's not always the best. It could be 32, it could be 37, but I'm going to say 34. I'm curious after. I'm going to go back and count them all. How many people are
I
rocking?
counted that this is either the 8th or the 9th.
Of what? The day?
No, of the 72-hour live stream.
No, there's more people than that.
Because apparently the first one was in 2014.
What we got? Starting Wednesday, we had Cliff, Ingrid, the Brickable Cow, Ninja with the Bricks, Morox, Oldendorf, Tim's, Amberlia, TitaniumJay. I think that's like 8 right there. Miss Ambie, Get the Brick, Minifig Collector, Hailey's, Build Some Trees. We got Zbricks. Oh, I might have been off on one. BrickScene, some assembly required with BrickstagePass, JP Bricks, Hoosier Brick, Shy Time, Kodiak, the one, the only, the male Hosco, no sugar, no filler, just real whole egg. We had Steve's Brick Cave, Dusty, Coffee Time, It's Not Okay, the Brick Bods. That's got to be up there. That's like 34 male. You calling me crazy? You calling me crazy? You gonna make her for 3 more hours?
Yeah, because I just got off 1.5 hours of sleep. When the sun comes up, I'll probably have a Mountain Dew.
Nice. That's what I got done. I went and got the coffee going on. I'm about 4 or 5 cups deep. Make mackerel great again. Jump on BFAB. Anyone can. Don't be shy. I don't bite that hard. Here's my intro. It scared them away. Are these 3s or 4s? 3s? There's my 3s. There we go. These are the stairs from last time. Front entrance. Looking for more parts and pieces. We need a 1x1 and a 1x2. If you guys get too quiet, we'll have to do some song requests. Get those copyright claims started early, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
Nice, Sergeant. I always wanted to do this.
There was something I was gonna say, but I can't quite remember it. So
appreciate the dono, Sarge. Sorry, Mail. 1 sec. Finally got her made.
Ooh.
I want to set the record straight. I thought the cop was a prostitute.
It's an honest mistake, Homer. It is an honest mistake. It could happen to any one of us.
So now you've got a graphic that plays every time someone sends a super chat or a super sticker. Nice.
Yeah, trying to play around. So now I got the hang of it. So when I find a decent or a better video clip or something that's more relatable, I can fiddle around with it and get it going on. Oh, I need one more.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, you know how you have that corner that has all that built up concrete levels with
Yes, sir.
where you put all of the brownstones. How many more brownstones can you put in there?
This is the last one unless I start buying parts for them. But I was even thinking about mixing up the colors and just coming up with my own. And total, including this one, I could fit 4 more in there.
Oh, okay, so you've still got enough capacity to add more of them, which is good.
I believe so.
Because who knows, if more and more people want to send you their sig fig, you might have to create you might have to create a system of elevated pathways and try and stack the brownstones on top of each other.
See, we thought about that. That's why we
for
got
high density housing.
We got the Birch Bookshop mock. I don't got any more of those pieces. Or not the mock, the Birch Bookshop townhouses. So we got those all in a row. So we can fit a whole lot of sig figs up in the city. think right now I still got 5 vacant townhouses. Can need one more.
So for the remainder of the sig fig vacancy, you're gonna put them with the bookshop townhouses.
Yep. Once the brownstone townhouses fill up, they can move into the bookshop townhouses, unless someone has a preference. You know, I'm not too picky which one I outfit.
Nice.
They're all pretty classic.
Because to be honest, I like the design of the bookshop better than the pet shop.
You like the blue ones, like the teal color, better than the brownstone.
Well, I don't necessarily like. I think I still preferred the brownstone over the turquoise colored one, but I much prefer the medium nougat colored townhouse over the brownstone.
Nice. Hey, you know what's a good idea? Why don't I try switching the colors? Why don't I do the Birch Bookshop townhouses in brown, and then do the brownstone townhouses in a teal? See how
that'd make for a nice different color swap, and I'm sure that there are other buildings in the city of Bricks that you'd like to replicate over and over again, that you could easily do following the instructions, and just change out the color for something that's cheaper.
That'd be cool. What up, Shy? How's it going?
Hey, Shy.
What's going on, man?
Thanks for dropping in. You been getting some sleep these days, or what?
What sleep? I never sleep.
Not with the little ones, or when there's
Nope.
a 72-hour going on.
Oh yeah, the 72 hours is always on, but like for this is norm for me to not sleep.
The parenting life, the joys of being a parent.
Mm-hmm. How's it going so far?
Good, just getting started. I could use a little bit more sleep, but I'm not used to necessarily complete sleep deprivation like a parent would be.
Oh yeah.
So the gas tank's running a little low. I'll see what Hoosier's auctioning off, and then I'll catch an hour or two in there, and then back at her hard for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I always feel a little bit grumpy with myself when I wake up from a power nap, but I think I'll be able to keep on keeping on for the rest of this live stream.
Nice. I gotta ask, Shy, you're a Black Falcon Army. Do you have that displayed all the time, or is it so massive right now that you gotta kind of pack it up once in a while?
Oh, it's always packed. Yeah, I never. That's why when I make an update video on it, you don't see it all the time, like all together.
Okay.
The only reason why I had mine out for this last like update was because why did I have it out? Oh, Holly wanted me to showcase it for a video that she's doing for something. So I busted out for that, and that kind of forced me to put the last remaining 400 into like units and stuff like that. So once I had it all set up, I back like all the units are set, like the flags are set to the units.
Okay.
Like the weapons are all armored the same. Once I have them set up like in their groups, I bag them up to the group. So if I wanted to display them again, I could easily just form them up, and it won't take as long.
Nice. Yeah, I like the diversification you got, like you say, with all the flags, different helmets, capes. Sure.
So after setting this past one up, I'm like, I just realized that I'm not done yet. It's not complete.
So I watched your video, Shy, about them putting the Marines in the Avatar sets, and I came away from that video thinking, I don't know why Lego has so many ridiculous core values anymore if they're willing to push the boundaries to break their own rules. Like, why have them if you're just gonna attempt to break them when designing a set?
I know a lot of their designers love doing military stuff. It's actually famously known that a lot of them, like when they do come to the States, the designers themselves, they'll make military mocks and showcase them if they're around. It's really has to do, well, I mean, as the sons slowly take over, like the Christian sons, or yeah, so like as the generations get older, sorry, as the new generations come into power, that line gets kind of moved further out, because
Nice.
I didn't know that, like, Kirk, good old Kirk, like he was a prisoner of war, so that kind of makes sense. Why they don't like the military thing. But like he wouldn't be happy with Star Wars. He wouldn't be happy with all that type of stuff. So with Harry Potter and any of that stuff, like he would not be okay with like skin color. He would not be okay with anything military or war like that. So it's a matter of time.
Yeah, because the older generations within the Kirk Christensens, they would have been more curmudgeons about what the young compared to the younger ones. And I just hope that when Kield's son eventually becomes
In charge.
the top guy in the front office, he starts to relax some of those policies, because there's a whole untapped market of military hobbyists, enthusiasts, and collectors that Lego knows that they're not making money from right now, and it's almost
Well, they are making money from them.
yeah, and it's almost self sabotage, because they put so much restrictions on their sets. It's not like because they're not like Brickmania, who have never had those policies to begin with.
Well, they are making money off the military side, because Brickmania, Brick Veteran, all those companies, they buy from Bricklink, and they're the largest buyers on Bricklink, which Lego owns. So Lego is making money off the military side.
Yeah, but by making money, I'm talking about a direct.
Direct.
I'm talking about a direct sale, because Lego do make money from Brickmania. It's just indirect.
Yeah.
On the flip side, if Lego relaxed all the rules, do you think they would drive away any customers if they started doing more military or more fantasy that was a little bit more whatever our age?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's always gonna be that like very hardcore cultish type of Lego fandom that are gonna be probably annoyed by it, but like ultimately they'll gain way more. And you can tell that just by that notion alone. Like Lego doesn't care about like getting rid of like the old guard for hundreds of new ones, which is, you can see with the whole 18 plus line, all that kind of stuff. They're willing to they'll grab like a quantity, you know what I mean, of customers, more so by pulling in what is trending versus like the loyal fandom,
So does it go back to just the generational gap that started the rules in the first place?
I think so. I think it's a matter of time, but like I already know they won't do military like the military models just. So like even if they were to go into the military side, I don't think they'll put Brickmania out of the map. They won't do any of that, because they won't do what Brickmania does. Like they'll do some, like they'll make it fantasy, which I'm hoping. I want them to make it a fantasy line, like have them fight aliens or something. Like they don't have to make it like the United States versus versus Russia. They don't have to do that. They don't have to make it realistic. They can literally make an F-22 versus like an invasion of like aliens coming in or something like that. And it doesn't have to be a real country. It could be a fictitious country. It doesn't have to be like a real military uniform that exists today. It could be a fake one. Like just make something up that kind of does it. You know what I mean?
Even
because there are ways.
Yeah,
because there are ways to make military sets without getting political at the same time.
Exactly. So I mean, if you want to get political, well, then you can take Castle for that matter and be like, well, these are kind of Crusader Knights, and we already know what the Crusaders did
pretty ruthless.
They like massacred, like, you know what I mean? The Muslim
Even if it wasn't the
states.
Crusader Knights, just the sword to body itself, right? Pretty
Mhm.
grim.
And it's
so,
also like how they made those, how they've made a couple collectible minifigs for the Aztec warriors, and they made that one. They made that one
the Conquistador.
collectible minifigure, I think, around a decade ago, based upon a Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Oh
So
no,
I
I'm
mean,
sure sorry, go ahead.
no, I mean like Pirate 2? Whenever they had the conquistadors as a
Yeah,
pirate team?
the Spanish
Yeah, I mean,
conquistadors in 1996.
yeah, there you go. I mean, we all know what they did. They
Yeah, and also through the different catalogs that came out from 1989 to 1995, all of that stuff has been transitioned over to the Lego history books. So anyone that knows a thing or two about the lore of Lego themes know that the pirates from know that the Imperial soldiers from 1989 to 1991 are based upon the French Navy, and the Imperial Guards from 1992 to 1995 are based upon the British Navy.
agreed. BFAP says a good thing right here. Forget the military aspect. Like, we should make more sets like history based. Yeah, like the Hanlons were talking about that too. Like, you can't forget, like, teaching history is very important. You know what I mean? And like, if Lego is going to be like something that is supposed to like gravitate towards children, like, you can't erase history because you think it's too like you know what I mean?
Well, not if they're picking and choosing what parts of history they're playing with. It just
Exactly.
back to which has a fly on the wall on their yacht and what they're talking about, why they make one business choice. They can make another choice along those same lines to make more, offer more sets, or do whatever they're doing. I always just make, man, like what's their deal? Like, it just makes me wonder about their whole model, other than they already got it on lockdown.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Maybe one day we'll find out.
Well, either way, I'm happy with the Avatar sets. I think they look dope as hell. I really want the Colonel. I mean, it's a they made modern military. He's wearing a digi pattern outfit, so I'm like, oh, there it is. It's over.
Those Avatar minifigures kind of creep me out a little bit, though.
They do, but I think that Banshee set, I think, is going to be the winner. With the two things. I mean, it's decently priced for what it is. They're pretty big, and I was listening to ACOB on Thursday on the Replay Gang, and I was like really sold on them now.
I'm just reading some messages in the chat. Cabbage and Miss Bricks think that I sound tired. That's because I just got off 1.5 hours of sleep and I'm still trying to wake myself up, and it's nearly 4 a.m. in the morning.
Like late night streams. You should knock out, man. It's okay.
Yeah. Human history is funny. It's like we've gone from you can't like extreme, like back in the day, killing people. Then you couldn't say nothing. Everything was taboo. And then it got to extremism again, and you can start saying like ass and worse stuff on TV. And now you can't say nothing all over again.
Hey, but like in Thor Love and Thunder, they said shit like 3 times in a row in like within one sentence. So I think if Disney says it's okay, we can say it, right?
Yeah, if it's say it on TV, I'm allowed to say it in public.
Right? I am in bed, Dusty.
I tried to pull that line once. I got in trouble in school for it. If they can say it on TV, I can say it in class.
Oh, damn.
No, get out.
Just don't have your baby's first word be dropping the F-bomb in church.
That'd be kind of funny.
A bad example of parenting.
That'd be kind of funny though. I'd laugh at that.
Hey Hoosier.
What's up, Hoosier? So after this, we got the honey pot. We got Triple D actually. Dan's going on for an hour, and then we got the auction. Get your wallets ready.
I'm just logging on to Forge of Empires right now, Lee, because I think there'll be some fights to do within the next 2 hours.
You guys think we'll get more?
That's funny,
sets or
Cabbage.
no?
My child's first words were, "Is this live?"
That's funny. Is this live? Yeah, it would be Cabbage. You think we're gonna get more castle sets other than this one epic one, or no?
I mean, I hope so. I think this is it's a calling. Depending on how well this sells, I think will be the determination whether or not they move forward with it. I mean, if with how well the blacksmith did, the promos been pulling in people, and this set, I mean, there's like they can't ignore it, you know.
I don't think.
And
so.
also with all the different Bricklink designer program sets that have been castles too, it's almost like Lego has been leaving out different traces of market research to be conducted to see what works within the castle theme and what doesn't, so that they can reintroduce the castle theme one of these days in a way where they know it'll be a surefire way not to lose money.
Yeah, I don't
Because
think I'll ignore it, but we'll find out.
because I'm pretty sure that even though the sales of Nexo Knights still reached the goals that they wanted, I don't think it would have reached the heights that they wanted.
Well, because next one, they try to combine two different themes into one instead of just splitting it off in two themes.
Yeah,
Merging
because
space and castle,
Nexo
that would be
Knights
a
is one
killer
of those
video.
themes that just reminds me that Lego is such try hard trying to integrate technology within their products, because for a little ever since the Lego movie came out in 2014,
Need
they've been
more of
scared
this.
as hell about getting left behind in the age of video games and social media.
What up, Hive? I think Lego Nexo Knights wrecked both themes for me. I wanted castle or space when they combined
Well, that's
them.
the thing. They thought they were gonna get a banger by doing like merging both of them into one. Like, no, people either want just space or just castle. Don't merge them together.
How's it going, Hive? You been getting some sleep lately?
Yeah, I guess a little bit.
Right on. A little bit helps.
Yeah. I can't take these normal mid-afternoon naps like I used to, and that's rough.
Someone else just popped up.
Zizoo. Yeah, I can't do a mid-afternoon nap too, or else it'll either put me to sleep for the night or I'll be up all night.
Yeah, I've taken afternoon naps 2 days in a row now.
Well, it's kind of the habit I've gotten into over the last few months. Is I stay up kind of late. You know, I get up early, do a bunch of stuff, and then like sometime in the afternoon, I'll just take a nap, and then get recharged and do it all over again. Hello to everybody in the chat, by the way.
Busy one. It's a busy one.
Kat wants my hat. Kat, you're a much bigger Star Wars fan than I actually thought. I was quite impressed.
Zizoo's got some space gems sitting there. Are those all sets?
Yeah, what's going on there?
Galaxy Squad, nice.
Is that Nexo Knights that he's got?
No, it's Galaxy Squad. It's a space set. I've got some stuff in my backlog. Some of it I've built before, and it's been disassembled, taken apart. But I was late because I was trying to find instructions for some of this stuff. I don't have flex tape like TJ. I would have had that out. And then this one, I know this one's missing parts. I need to build it eventually and see what it's missing.
Oh,
but I
think a nice one.
I think I'm going to build this one because it's kind of unique. I've been wanting to build it for a while.
Kat, actually, I didn't until either today or last night. I went ahead and followed you, but I'm just not on Twitter that much. I'm constantly on Instagram and on YouTube, but Like Discord, everybody's been telling me to get on Discord. I'm just never really on there. I'd like to blame it on age, but I feel like even if I was like 25, I'd be like, it's too much.
No, it's too much.
I can't. I just can't. I can't keep up with it, man.
I am not a fan of Discord.
I can't keep up.
Isn't Discord owned by like the same company that owns TikTok or something?
I'm not sure. I forget who owns who. They're all starting to merge together. Eventually, it'll just be one big corporation.
Well, that'd be a scary thought.
But at least everything would be a lot easier to get. You know, you just go to one place and get everything.
I thought there was some kind of partnership between what was it, a Discord and Twitch or something.
Maybe that's what it was. Another one that was a partnership, not TikTok. I can't remember. I don't find that key.
God dang it, BFAB. Look, I am not the grandpa, man. Just like I'm not a goddamn boomer. Like, I mean, I'm probably the oldest out of everybody on the panel. But I mean, God, can I at least get into my 60s before you start calling me a grandpa?
In general, you're right in the middle, aren't you? Right down the pipe.
I'm 45.
It's not bad.
Going on, I don't know, 12. It's like my maturity level.
Way to be young at heart.
Yeah, because if you were born in 1977, would that make you a Xennial?
No, I'm right on the cusp of Gen X.
Yeah. So,
but I find it Dusty's kind of hilarious about MySpace. That was my jam back in the day, man.
That's the one that started wrong.
Yeah, because for those who don't know what an Xennial is, it means that you had an analog. When you were a child, you were dealing with analog technology, but when you were a teenager, you were dealing with a digital technology.
I'll tell you one thing, man. It is weird, the transition that's happened in the last even just 20 years. It blows my mind.
With technology?
Especially with with
a lot of stuff, but
yeah,
definitely
emails.
Technology.
It's
really weird, man, because like the internet is such a fantastic tool, man, to connect with people, to learn, to grow as people, to evolve, and what do we do with it? Watch porn and TikTok videos.
and make really bad memes and gifs for Twitter.
It's all good though, man. Look, the newest generation, like these are things they'll have to kind of figure out. You know what I mean? Just like, each generation, look, there's a saying where it says like, each generation thinks they're wiser than the one before it and smarter than the one ahead of it. And it's a matter of perception, man. There's a lot of things that I look at with a lot of the younger generation and I'm like, I don't understand it. But you know what I mean? That's not for me to judge, man. Because when I was their age, there was a lot of stuff that my parents and my grandparents didn't understand. So it's a circle of life.
On time.
I think as long as you just keep your humanity, you know what I mean? Try and just be a decent person. It don't matter what music you listen to or how you dress or what your dialect is.
Because I'm pretty sure it's conditioned within the human mind to think every generation younger just keeps on getting softer and softer, but that's just a matter of perception.
But we were like that too. And that's the thing I think a lot of people really don't realize is you could keep going back a generation and they were probably tougher than us because they didn't have the same luxuries that we did or technology, you know what I mean? And you could just keep doing that. That's why like when people complain about like, oh, this generation, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like there's things I don't understand or maybe agree with or whatever. But dude, how are you going to blame a generation that was raised on the generation before it? And then that generation was raised before that. You know what I mean? So it's like if you're going to blame, if you're going to get mad at those kids, man, then you need to go blame the parents,
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good BFAB.
I
Hey,
decided I'll
B-Fab.
take a little 20-minute break from editing and chat with y'all.
Fab. How you doing, man?
Cool.
You know, I'm dealing with life. How are you guys?
I am actually extremely exhausted. I feel like I can almost pass out because I was weed eating the yard after I mowed the lawn,
Yeah.
and just holding that weed eater, that gas powered weed eater, for like a long time. It just, your arms feel like jello for a while afterwards.
Hive, you're getting your workout, you know?
There's more fun ways to get a workout.
Hive, you're gonna be jacked.
I tell you what, though, man, the little bunny rabbits out there, they freak me out because I'm trying not to run over them with the lawnmower. And they really make it difficult sometimes.
I can't relate to not running over bunny rabbits, but like every time I see them on the road, I just stop my car and I'm like, go, buddy, I'm late for work, but go, you know?
Well, a couple weeks ago, I stopped the lawnmower and I picked up a turtle and moved him out of the way.
I do
I don't want that on my conscience, dude.
That's
What's what?
You know what's odd with these animals, deer, rabbits, skunks? When you're walking, you can't get close. They're running away from you. But as soon as you're in a vehicle, it's like they're jumping in front of you.
Yeah, man. It's
Mind
really
blowing.
weird. And that's the thing that I don't understand. It's like, I guess you can blame it on shock, but I'm like, look, why is a deer standing in the middle of the road when cars coming at it? Like, look, I get that you can't do calculus, but clearly you must know that this large metal thing speeding towards you is going to hurt you.
Yo, he's chilling, you know? The
It's
deer's
loud.
enjoying his life, and then you come by with your car and, you know, interrupt his chill break.
Big Block says, how big was the turtle? That's about the size of my hand. He was trying to move, man, but you know he's a turtle. He's only going so fast.
I was like, hurry up and mow on the lawn. Get out of here.
Oh man.
Yeah,
It's hot out too.
whenever my dad's mowing the lawns, a couple snails are always bound to get crushed.
Oh,
Mayo's going dark.
Mayo's getting all violent. R.I.P. Mayo. Mayo the snail killer.
I'm lucky I was left all alone.
I have to tell you, Tim's Brick Adventures. I agree. The 72-hour stream has been awesome. I've really enjoyed this year. I've been in some of the panels. I've been lurking in a lot of chats, but it's been good times. We've had new people streaming this year, which has been cool, and we've had a lot of new people out in the chat as well.
I can only lurk because people keep getting harassed. So, like, I joined Mayo's stream and I joined this one, but like, I can't comment on these streams because
No, I know. I saw the fake account.
there's been like
the other day.
50 fake BFABs. Like, I'm literally dealing with this daily, and I'm like, guys, I'm like, okay, they're having enjoyment at my misery at the end of the day, but I'm like, you know, I'm a mod at, you know, Mayo's channel and Macro, so I'm like, I can engage a little bit, but if I'm not a mod on your stream, I'm not engaging. Like, I've lurked and seen like fake BFABs like harassing people or getting messages about it, and I'm like, okay, I can't even engage. Like, I would love to engage with the stream, but I mean, that's what I like doing, but I just can't.
Well, if you and look, and here's the thing: it's clearly if like I was a mod in one of them,
Yeah.
so I went to the channel, and yeah, you could tell it's a fake channel.
It got a lot worse once I think I told a few people this. So the trolls, I got their dad's number. I've technically had it for a couple of years now. And I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to call the dad. And the dad literally told me he does not care. And since then, it's only gotten worse. Like, I've never been, like, even my own parent as a kid would never say, I just don't care. The dad literally told me he does not care. And I literally, like, so his whole family is like a whole like religious family, and they use it as a part of their brand. So I literally called him out, like, aren't you a Christian? I mean, Christians don't act like that way. And he's like, aren't you a Christian too? I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't identify as a Christian. I use that term lightly. And now there's accounts pretending to be me, doxing the dad or other people, and I'm like, God, I can't wait.
No,
I'm just like, guys,
can't.
I'm not here, okay? Like, if I'm not a mod on your stream, I'm not here. So.
And I really hate to change the tone because I do take what you're saying seriously, but I saw Ian's comment and I love it. He says, very few deer survive getting hit by a car. Some need to be left alive to warn the others. And I just found that heartwarming.
I think I'm hearing some feedback off of
Oh
someone.
no, it's me again. It literally has been happening since I got a new phone.
Oh. My new job has gotten me an iPhone, and I don't know how you people do it, man. Dude, that phone sucks. Can I curse on here? Wait, is this no? This is a family stream, right?
Well,
No, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool. I'm just gonna say, man, iPhones suck.
So
And I'm
which
sorry.
number?
I am sorry if I trigger some people because I know there's some Apple lovers out there, man. But dude, there's no back button. Like this phone, you know how long it took me to find the power button to turn it off?
Is this better, guys, or no?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you sound great, man.
Okay, my phone just sucks.
Now, don't get me wrong, iPods, iPads, Macs, those are all great. But iPhones, man, I'm sorry.
I can't relate. Every time everyone's like, "BFAB, you spent $1,000 on a phone. You don't have an iPhone." I'm like, dude, I don't care.
Well,
Like,
it's not the money because Androids cost a lot of money too. But
they do. I was about to say my phone's 1K and it sounds like crap. Every time I join a stream, there's an echo. Everyone's like, "Yo, we hear an echo." I'm like, God dang it! When I had a smashed up phone that looked like I got ran over by a car, I didn't have to deal with an echo.
So check this out, man. So Mrs. Hive has an iPhone for her job, right?
Yeah.
So she's had it for a couple of years. So I asked her when I turned on the phone. I was like, "How do you turn this thing off?" So she's like looking at it. And she couldn't figure it out either because on her iPhone it's got the button. So she just presses the button. This phone doesn't have a button. So guess what I had to do? Guess who I had to ask? I had to ask Alexa, how do you turn off an iPhone?
That's funny.
Alexa, never mind. Stop. Yes, because she's gonna tell me a whole big thing about how to turn them off, and I don't need to hear all that right now. But
I'm scared
isn't
by
that
the whole
something I had to
Alexa
use? I had to use Google. Huh?
I was saying I'm scared by the whole Alexa thing. Just thinking that like you can talk and someone like responds to you. Like,
Yeah,
yo, I'm
because I
lonely,
believe it
but I
was
don't even
with
need
the
Alexa.
iPhone
Alexa,
11.
I'm lonely. Can you talk to me? Yeah, sure. Like I don't.
I believe it was with the iPhone 11. They got rid of the home button, and I say that from Apple's perspective, getting rid of the home button and getting rid of the headphone jack are probably the two biggest errors in the design that they've ever made.
I don't understand technology. I'm too old for this crap. Like, I'll take a flip phone and be happy. I don't even care.
Those were the days.
Oh,
When you had a Nokia and you can crack a rock with a Nokia phone.
I still remember getting my
Use it
first
as a
flip phone
shield.
and walking into school and like flexing on everybody. And like 6th grade, I'm like, "Hey, I have a flip phone," and everyone's like, "Cool," while they had their iPhones or whatever. But like, I was still considered cool. I don't know how. I'm like, "Suckers, I have a phone." So yeah, good old days.
Because I've
by the
owned
way,
my
sorry,
iPhone 13.
Kevin. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, because I've owned my iPhone 13 for about 10 months now, and I still haven't put the SIM card in because my iPhone 8 is still going well for making phone calls.
Wait, you haven't put your
Really-
SIM card in when you've had a new phone for months now?
Yeah, because really the main reason I bought the iPhone 13 in the first place was because it can film in 4K at 60 frames per second.
So is that all you use it for?
Well, also there's more storage, so I was able to use the hotspot to get a lot of old photos and videos off of multiple Apple devices and get them onto my iPhone 13, so that all that storage doesn't take up as much space on my other Apple devices, because I've got a 6th generation iPod Touch that's on its way out, and really nowadays I only use it to stream things onto my Chromecast.
Mayo, you keep reminding me. I keep forgetting that you're way younger than me.
Whenever my
Yeah.
wife gets a phone, I'll get her old.
Also,
And
I
so
see
now-
Chris in the chat. Chris, I hope you're doing all right. I saw Thick and Bricks post, man. You're gonna beat this, buddy. You got this. So everybody, go support Chris while he's dealing with some problems at the moment. So
Well, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what the thing is called. I sound like a dick. I think it's called lympho something. But I saw Fix post about it, so I hope you're doing all right, man. You got this. You'll beat this.
We've all been thinking about you, Chris.
Yeah, no, I hope you're doing well. I believe in you. You'll fight this. You're a fighter, man. So you got this.
A strapping young lad.
I was about to say, Chris is too young. He'll fight through it.
Yeah. Hopefully, Chris will have a speedy recovery.
I
So
mean,
the
life
iPhone
sucks
13
because like good people get hurt, and Chris is a stand-up guy, so
Yeah.
it sucks. But I mean, I wish nothing but good things for him. So yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, and so the iPhone 13 has doubled the storage, the storage capacity, so I'm able to keep more videos that are in the middle of being edited on my phone at the same time, so I can have multiple videos that need to be edited within the iMovie app, and so the storage and the quality of film is just something I could not do on my other phones.
I couldn't edit on a phone. I've done it before, and it's like such a complicated task. So I'm glad I have my laptop. It's like a duct taped up laptop, but it works better than
Yeah, I can do
editing on a
some very
phone.
basic editing on my phone.
Yeah.
But like even thumbnails, I make those through my editing on the laptop, my editing software and stuff.
Yeah, you don't use
You
it.
still use Filmora, Hive, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, I love Filmora. For such a cheap software, it works really well. Like, people are like,
Yeah.
what do you use to edit? And I'm like, dude, I use Filmora. They're like, really? Because it's, like, considered, I guess, a lower quality editing software.
Yeah, if you do this for a living, like a very professional, like you're doing, like, let's say you do stuff for, like, movies and TV shows or whatever. Yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to have, like, more top-of-the-line stuff. But, dude, like you said, it's perfect for me.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds, like, if you want to pay a little extra, you can get extra stuff. But like you pay the lifetime fee, which I think was between $50 and $70 at the time when I bought it, and it's yours forever.
I think I pay I think it's like $30 a year, but they give me a discount. But I think the original like fee is like $50 a year, which in reality is super cheap. I used to pay $50 a month for an editing software that was pretty crappy.
Well, that's what I did the first time when I first got it. I tried it out for a year. With whatever the price was, and then I was like, well, if I like it, I'll keep it, and then I paid the fee for the lifetime. And
one thing that I hate about like editing with Filmora is there's certain like editing softwares where they can type out everything for you, but like when I'm editing a video and I have text, I'm literally typing out every single word, and that takes so long.
Dude, that's gonna take you forever.
Yeah, because for me, like right now, I have about a third of a video to get done.
No, but you don't think about it, man. That's something. Look, a lot of things you don't think about it, and if you don't think about it, it's a good thing, really. You know what I mean, it means what you're doing is good. It's like
no, I think about
like
it.
Special effects or sound in movies and stuff. If you don't notice, like it's like I've heard that the music in movies, like the background music and stuff like that, if it's supposed to kind of almost just be background noise, but it's supposed to set the mood. But when you don't really notice it and you're still noticing the picture, it means it's doing its job. So like all that dialogue that you put in, you notice it, but you don't think about like, oh yeah, he's got to type like every single word that he says in this video.
Well, so here's why like I add wording to my videos. Like I watched a video about 2 years ago where somebody was breaking down like why people are doing well, and like if you have words on the screen, people are following that, right? So I kind of changed my format, and even though like it's taking me twice or 3 times as long, you look at the analytics, and even though I know about a year ago I got roasted for my editing software. People like or editing style. People like, dude, it's causing me a seizure. And while that's a fair point, during that time, my watch time was about 60 to 70% compared to when I tried to like dial back on my editing, But that's why I have words. But like you look at like people like Mr. Beast who will have like words on his screen, or like Ryan Trahan. I think Ryan Trahan has that. You follow them. Even if you get bored by that, you're reading what's on the screen. If you're reading on the screen, like what's on the screen while watching the video, you're more engaged, which leads to higher watch time, which leads to you getting promoted more. So
Oh, you definitely do your homework with that stuff, man.
I try. Literally, I'm 3 minutes of a video done that's supposed to be 8 minutes out by tomorrow. So I probably shouldn't have joined the stream, but I'm just like, y'all, I'm so lonely right now, so I'm just gonna join this. I'm sad
I'll
in my
come hang
life
out.
right now.
Hit me up on a message if you ever just want to BS about whatever.
Macro, you're a real one. Macro, just so you know, I keep telling everyone how much fun it was to hang with you at Chicago. I'm like, Macro literally was one of my favorite people. Like, real, you're fun. So I appreciate everything that you've done for me while being at Chicago. It was a great time. So you were responsible for making the experience great.
Good to hear. Good to hear. So I'll be
Like,
going
one of the
Dusty,
reasons I want to go to
do-
conventions again, because I said like Chicago would be my last convention because I was like, I'm done with Lego community stuff. But like, I had so much fun for the first time. Like, even though Philly, I said it was the best convention after getting in a car accident, I enjoyed this one more. So yeah. So thanks to everyone that was, that made Chicago what it was. So
that was awesome.
Yeah, Dusty, I do have the iPhone 13, and for the last 8 months, I've had a reserve of. Well, actually, no, sorry. For the last 6 months, I've had a reserve of $2,000 in my bank account, waiting to go buy a new Apple computer. So whenever I do decide to do that, I'll be able to use the computer version of iMovie, which
I was about
will
to say, Mayo, you
give
should
me a
just
lot
go
more
out
editing
and just like
options.
full on use your, iPhone 13. And if you have the ability to buy a laptop, you might as well do it, because one of the most beneficial things to like a YouTube channel is having that ability to edit on a laptop. Editing on a phone, you can do it, but it sucks. It really, it's like it takes so much more time.
And there's not as much stuff that you can do with the phone version of iMovie, because there's a lot of different editing tools, and there's not as many Apple Music songs on the phone version as what there is.
You know what you could do,
on the
Mayo,
PC
which might help
version.
you? Go to YouTube and just type in non-copyright music, and then like download that. That's what I do.
Because
it's
that's
kind of
what. Yeah,
harder.
because when I go to edit, edit videos on my laptop, I have about 40 pieces of Kevin MacLeod royalty free music
I wouldn't use
in
that
my
music. But
music library.
the whole Kevin MacLeod music sounds like a nursery rhyme like song thing. I don't know if y'all know Kevin MacLeod, but everyone like uses him or whatever. I wouldn't use that. I just look up like random music and I just download people's music. I don't know if one day I'm gonna get like strike for it, but like I just type in. Let's say I want like a catchy background, non-copyright music.
He's from
Because
Star
I
Fox,
try to.
right?
Because
He's from what?
Star Fox.
Kevin MacLeod?
Yeah.
I have no idea who he is. All I know is Brickstar uses him a lot, and I'm like, yo, Brickstar, this music sucks. I love you, Brickstar, but this music sucks. Brickstar's my homie. I love the guy.
Star Fox?
I'm joking, man. It's Fox McCloud from Star Fox.
Also, how's it going, Zisu, the man that keeps unsubbing? This man has unsubbed me more than anyone else. I'm butthurt, okay? Every time I look at my sub feed, Zisu just subscribed. I'm just like, God dang it. I'm like, this is like the 5th time this.
Well, that way he gets a notification from me.
I
Lets me
know.
I was thinking of him. So I just,
that reminds me, because I know YouTube sometimes unsubs people and stuff, because it's definitely happened to me a bunch of times.
No,
like,
that's what people tell you.
Well,
people are like, oh, hi.
Well, no, because I've been unsubbed from TitaniumJay like at least 2 or 3 times, and I'm like,
yeah, but that's because he doesn't post.
Like, who would even unsub from Jay? Like, come on. But no, check this out. I keep forgetting to ask Greg, because WithTheBrikx subbed to me like a couple months ago on Instagram. And I was like, what the? It's like, dude, we've been like brothers for years, man. Like, I'm like, did he unsub to me by accident or something?
I am that paranoid. If you unfollow me, I'll know it. And like, that's how that sounds really creepy. But like, if somebody unfollow, like, yo, brother, why do you unfollow me? And then they're like, how did you know? I'm like, oh, dude, I know.
Well, some of us definitely probably would notice because we're constantly posting things.
I spend way too much time like remembering like people who I follow or follows me. Like literally, like I don't know if it comes off as creepy, creepy. But like, if you unfollow me, like, oh, Billy Bob Bricks, you unfollowed me. What's up with that? They'll be like, how did you know? Okay, so sorry, I'll refollow you.
I'll try and keep up, but I don't worry about any of that stuff too
I
much.
do. I'm paranoid by it. I'm just like, because if somebody unfollows me, I'm like, oh, I made them mad, and then I reach out and I'm like, yo, did I do something that like pissed you off? You want to chat? And that tends to happen a lot. So I need to stop caring, but I do care too much because I feel like an unfollow is like a statement, you know, like, hey, they're not cool with me anymore. So let me send them a message and be like, yo, what's up?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's like,
Brick, have
all
you
right,
better
look.
never unfollow me. I'm coming for you.
No, because sometimes it's like, look,
need you,
okay,
man.
you know, I'll accept you unfollowed me. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to be petty and get on my knees and beg for you to come back. But like, why'd you leave me? You know, like, what'd I do wrong? Can't we like reconcile? Meet us halfway?
I think I overthink about this stuff way too much, you know?
I want to do that to all the people that unsub to me. I want to buy them flowers and just be like, baby, come back. Take me back, baby. Please. I didn't mean it.
When it
Whatever I
comes to
did.
YouTube, I'm constantly losing subscribers. So like I've gotten used to it on YouTube, but like on like other platforms, I'm just like, why did you unfollow me? You know? Compared to like YouTube, like I'm used to it. I'll say something controversial and lose like 50 subs, and I'll be like, okay, end of BFAB. Okay, let's be positive for the next video. I'm like, my definition of positive isn't that positive. So that's kind of my fault.
Well, I mean, I remember when my channel was really new and like the first maybe like 2 people had unsubscribed me or whatever. Yeah, I was like, what did I do wrong? You know?
I always love comments when people come back and be like, yeah, we unsubscribed because he's a crappy old man that complains about Lego. Like, I get those comments all the time, like, he's changed. But it's like, I've changed? I didn't know.
I love it when people are like, yeah, you're just too angry. You know, you got a real anger problem. I'm like, what the F you talking about, man? I ain't got no anger problem.
I had a
You know what,
person
F you.
recently comment like, oh, I remember back in the day when he was such a positive person. They're like, you've changed. And I'm like, dude, when I used to get 20 views a video? Oh, yeah, totally, I've changed. I was tired of getting 20 views a video.
Be like, well, thank you. Thank you for feeling the need.
And everyone's like,
The
yeah,
importance
he's
of
changed. He's a
telling me
douchebag
that
now.
I've
And
changed.
I'm like, I guess, sorry, my bad, you know? Like, I was tired of getting 20 views. That's what I was going to say, but I just can't even reply anymore. With all the hate that I get, like, most of them are in, like, my help for review comment section. It's been fun.
I mean, look, man, you just have to look at things in the right perspective. Like,
Yeah.
I remember somebody did complain to me. They messaged me about me ranting all the time.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm not going to say who it was, but they're like, I'm trying to think of exactly what they said. There's nothing you could do about it. Why do you complain so much? It's not going to change. And I told him, I said, well, why do you complain about me complaining? Do you think I'm going to stop complaining when you complain about me complaining? I was like, why do you waste your time?
Yeah.
Silence, dude. Just fucking crickets.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, back in the day, I used to argue with people a lot when they'd call me out, but, like, I don't have time for that because it happens so often now. Like, people are like, oh, BFAB, you're stupid. You complain too much. Go jump off a bridge. And I'm like, okay, thanks. I appreciate the support.
I mean, look, I've always been a ranter for the most part. And it's most of the time, really, it's mainly for comedy, you know, because people just think it's funny when I'm like, you know, like, but I sprinkle it with some truth, you know, I mean.
I'm all for people ranting. One thing that I do hate about the Lego community is you can't really have an opinion nowadays, right? If you have an opinion that's maybe controversial, people go after you. And I mean, I hate that because I don't have to agree with you. Let's say you make a video saying the new Avatar sets suck, which they do. But like, but if you did that and I disagreed with you, I'm not going after you for having an opinion. And while I might disagree with it, that doesn't change me from listening to your opinion. You know, like I'm all about like people having free will and saying whatever they want. Like the world's going to be a boring place if we step back and like don't allow people to have opinions. You know, I don't have to agree with you to watch your video and be like, okay, he makes this point his opinion sucks, but again, it's his opinion. So like that has never bothered me. I respect people having different viewpoints because
that's essential, man. It's essential for us as a
you
species.
got it.
not in the Lego space though. People are so sensitive. Like you have an opinion. I've seen people attack each other. Oh, you can't be negative towards Lego. They're for kids, and it's like, well, we're adults playing with Lego.
I don't want to hear
Why
that
can't we
for
have an
kids stuff
opinion?
anymore. You know why? Because what is one of their slogans now? Adults welcome. So you know what? You could take that kid stuff and all right. See, I'm trying to keep my blood pressure low. Okay.
That argument.
You need a stack, man.
That argument that Lego is a kid's toy doesn't fly anymore, and Lego recognizes that because that's why they try so hard to make as many different themes as possible to appeal to both teenagers and adults because brother from another brick has the right to not want to buy any of the Avatar sets, but Showtime is my time. But Showtime is my time. Equally has the right to want to go out and buy the Avatar sets.
They're so bad though. They're so ugly.
There's more to it than that. But real quick before I say that, I just wanted to say, Kat, that's awesome that you have labs. Labradors are the best dogs in the world. I'm so sorry if anybody disagrees with that, but you're wrong.
I know nothing about dogs. All I know is when I see dogs, I take off running. So like when
But look. There is one other thing. So even for the sets that are geared towards kids, okay, dude, I'm kind of making a video that's similar to this topic.
I'm going to steal your idea.
Disney Plus. It's like, look, Disney makes a lot of shows right now, and they say it's family friendly. It's not family friendly. It's kid friendly. Yeah. Because the adults can't really enjoy some of this stuff. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing with the sets. But at the same time, even if it's geared towards a kid, it doesn't have to be a dumb set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that whole family friendly being more being directed towards the kids than the parents has got to do with the flawed classification and rating system because most countries around the world have a rating that's meant for people over the age of 13 and then again people over the age of 15 and then again over the age of 17 or over the age of 18, but not many countries have a rating system that's for over the age of 9. And so when you have a G rating that's too much of an age that spans too many ages because you cannot say a movie that is G rated that a 6-year-old likes, a 12-year-old is gonna like that same movie. You can't say that. And equally, G-rated movies that a 12-year-old is gonna like, a 6-year-old is most likely not going to like.
Simple solution: just get rid of kids. Is that what you're saying, Mayo?
If more countries had a parental guidance 9+, then maybe things would be different.
Age category.
Dude, Brick Sergeant. I'm sorry. I was looking at his comment. What other toy can build a full-size car that can drive 6 miles an hour like it did and can do much more to teach? Look, I agree. But I got to tell you something. Now that they've been raising all the prices and they're talking about like money and stuff like that, I'm looking at like the cars and some of these gigantic builds, and I'm like, you guys didn't need to build that.
Yeah, because
I get the wonder of achievement to it though, and you know, it is amazing. And I'm being half sarcastic, but yeah, I'm like,
with Lego's price rise, I don't even want to buy Lego anymore. Not that I wanted to buy it from the first place because I only buy clearance crap at the moment, but like it makes me so mad. Like I'm like triggered, like locked in my bedroom, just like, screw Lego, you raised the setup by 20%. I don't know. It's really dismotivating when it comes to like buying stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm. Not as much. I'm not as much free-willed. I don't go buy sets for parts I'm going to knock down after. I buy something I know I'm going to want.
Oh, I see Carrie. Hi, Carrie.
It just sucks because it's like Lego was always pricey. And again, it's not my, I don't know. I don't know Lego's whole economic system and like if they really had to raise prices. They've been investing. I think they invested $1 billion in the metaverse, and they invested $1 billion into like building a new I think it was $1 billion. I might be wrong.
Yeah, it was $1 billion.
Clearly Lego has money. They're not struggling. And while
Well,
I understand,
BFAB, don't bring up economics while Hive's here.
Hey, TJ.
Yeah.
I just got a rant.
or
Really?
when I'm here,
That's
because if
that's
we
dangerous.
wanted, because if we wanted to, I'm sure me and BrickHive could just spend a 2-hour live stream talking about economics deliberately to put people to sleep.
If my name was Macro, I would have a stream called Macroeconomics.
Economics interesting. All kinds of ones.
Yeah,
So
and
keyword
then
is
me and
investing.
Macro could talk about
I
the
will
different
not make people go to
taxes.
sleep. I'm loud enough. If I start talking, people will wake up. They're like, yeah,
As long as you don't sound like the teacher that was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He's like,
hi,
Bueller,
buddy. Okay, come on, man.
BFAB.
But if Lego invests $1 billion in the
BFAB.
metaverse, if it goes up, prices going down.
Huh?
If Lego invests in the metaverse and it does well, right? That's the next phase of humanity, and they make, $8 billion off their $1 billion. Are the Lego prices going to go back down?
I don't know. If we start building with virtual bricks, are they going to make it cheaper now on us? I mean, because they don't have to actually make the plastic anymore.
They won't. Here's the predicament that you run in. Oil's gone up, so obviously plastic, the value of plastic has gone up. So you have to consider that, which I understand that, but like Lego can't say that they're suffering because clearly they're investing money in things that may or may not work.
Dude, Lego's like the little match girl. They're like, we're suffering. Please help us.
But like
We have to raise our prices.
They collab with what's it called? The owners of Fortnite. I forgot who owns the company. But like giving $1 billion to a cause that we know Lego sucks at technology. When it comes to anything technology based, they always fail. So why are you investing $1 billion in the metaverse and not even dropping like Fortnite sets? Like I could see them dropping Fortnite sets in the future, but like it's not worth $1 billion investment.
I think they're trying to beat
MJ?
the race because I feel like as far as the metaverse goes, and because Snoop Dogg has done this too, man. Amongst a lot of other companies and people, is they're trying to get in it now before it's
too late,
so big, and then it's like to get in the game early is a good idea, a good investment
for
$1
billion though.
I don't know about $1 billion, but I mean, because look, that's a lot of money to be putting into something that you don't have really analytics for. Now you can have projections, you know what I mean, but dude, this is a very new thing, man. You know what I mean?
Because that kind of story is just like when Google, the company, was only 3 years old in 2004, and Shaquille O'Neal invested $20 million into Google, and then over the last 20 years, the value of Google stocks have gone up more than 100 times or something.
Why is he doing Comcast commercials? Damn.
That's like Shaquille O'Neal does everything.
Ian, I see your comment, and I wanted to acknowledge a couple things because I think you're right on some level, but I disagree with a little bit because one, Lego has not been hiding price increases at all. I mean, maybe to a certain extent, but it's not like Lego prices haven't gone up. And two, it's okay. They didn't say they were struggling, but clearly if you're making record profits like year after year and you're going up, they've got to be making buco money if they're making record profits and they're taking a hit on some of the prices.
I feel like though COVID is the reason like their sales increase. Like Lego's always been doing well. I think one of the years that they tanked a little bit, but for the most part, all they've been doing is going up. And I think that like Lego knows that no matter what they do, we're gonna buy the products, even if we complain about it. Because I'm a person that will complain. Like I'm pissed off that Lego's raising prices, but is that gonna really change my purchase?
I'm not mad that they're raising prices. I've made that clear. I understand it. I do understand it. It's the amount of prices they're raising, the percentages, how they're doing sets already that that already been out. There's a lot of different ways they're handling this, and it's not even just that. It's on top of that, other things that I've complained about, like them taking away the calendar, moving different purchases around. You know what I mean? I know, but there's a lot of things that they've there's a lot of little things that they've done. Yeah. That if you look at it, that one thing, it's not that big of a deal. But when you start like thinking about everything that they're doing, again, they're a business and they can do what they want. And like I said, we don't have to buy their stuff.
I understand why
there's a lot of things that just seem shady, man. I heard that the reason that the ATTE was put off, and I could be wrong, I'm just saying this is what I heard, was at first it was about shipping stuff, but then it was about I heard bags not having all the pieces in them and stuff like that. So I'm assuming that must be, they're probably talking about stuff that's going on with the plant in Mexico. But the point is, man, it's like, dude, just tell us, man. Like, you act like if the plant that messes up, we're going to blame you for it. And some people will. People are dumb, but a lot of us understand. It's just,
and I know who's made that comment. It said, like, pieces were missing in the bags. I don't believe that person, but I've heard other things. I think that, and I'm not trying to sound like a dick, because the person's my friend, but, like, I've heard other things, and I believe that Lego's actually being legit about the shipping reason.
But dude, how do you, but it's like 3 weeks before your release date?
But the thing is, like, Lego, you have to consider Lego has so many different SKUs. Like, things are bound to be messed up. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Lego should be more responsible.
And I think it's odd that it's also one of the most popular ones that's going to be out, and the ones that's probably going to sell out faster than anything. Yeah, I just feel like, and look, I know this is stupid because I'm not a conspiracy guy, but I don't know. Maybe Doc planted in my head trying to be funny. But like, dude, Lego, this is how they can mess with the market doing this kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
I look at Lego like
waiting to put it out. You know what I mean? Hyping it up more. I don't know, dude.
I think though, like,
it just seems odd that 3 weeks before the release date on one of the biggest sets of the year, you're gonna be like, oh, now there's shipping problems.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's just.
But I think we have to consider they're a company with, like, so many, like, the reason why, like, I don't get upset about stuff like that, like, don't get me wrong, there's sets where Lego delays them and, like, it's annoying and it's frustrating, but it's like, we have to consider, like, there's dealing with hundreds of different SKUs and different products. If one or two are delayed, it's not really that big of a deal, in my opinion.
No, I mean, it's not a big deal in the bigger scheme of things.
If Dad gets a job promotion and you get your allowance cut, are you going to be happy about it? You're going to be scratching your head a little bit, right?
No, I'd be upset, but I think that Lego needs to work on some crap better, because I mean, obviously they're $1 billion company. You think they'd have their crap in check, but like, I understand it. Like, I'm never bothered by it as long as we get the sets. I'm more pissed off when Lego goes, yeah, I'm gonna only release this amount of a set, and then you can't get it. Like with the Video Series 2, I'm pissed that it was up for, like, I don't know, a week or whatever, that was gone. And then I couldn't get it, and now, like, they're worth like $20 a figure or whatever. And I'm like, are you serious? I wanted the full wave of Video Series 2. I don't know. Like, that stuff annoys me more than just Lego being like, hey, we're going to delay this a couple weeks because of a possible issue.
I think we'd ought to be saying hello to Dr. McBrick, who's just
hey, buddy. I hope I heard. Oh, I hope you're also getting better, man. I know that you mentioned about your surgery and I believe brain cancer. I feel bad for not fully remembering, but I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you fully recover. I think you said it was benign, so that's good.
You're saying all went well.
Yeah, no, I hope you're doing well, man.
I remember Doc had mentioned it on Good Morning Brick World a while back. So I hope you've been doing better.
And agents of Moc has also just turned up in the chat.
Hey Troy, how's it going?
Hey Troy.
Life just sucks sometimes. Like it really makes me upset. It really does. It's like all these good people in the Lego space, like, just being people, being good stand-up guys, and then like shit happens. Like it makes me kind of sad, not gonna lie. So
yeah, that's life, man. It throws some crazy bad stuff at you sometimes, man. And
because life is probably the only thing more volatile than global shipping and transportation costs right now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's not a comparison, Mayo. Yeah, it's the world sucks, and it sucks that like good people are affected by things that they can't control. And anyone in the Lego space, Chris, Dr. McBrick, all those like really good guys, I hope that they do well, they all recover. And I hope nothing but good things for them in life.
Same here, man. But it does also. Oh, go ahead, Mayo.
Yeah. Also, Ozzy Adam Bricks and his wife have both been dealing with injuries and health complications, and also Brick Maniac 8081 who was
Yeah, he just came
hospitalized.
back. I heard
A
that
few
like he was
months
in the
ago, he
hospital
made
once.
a comeback. He made a comeback video 5 days ago.
No,
The world's a sad place. I hate to see people just in the Lego space like suffering from like anything. Like no matter what, I think of a person or whatever. Like the world is just such an unfair place. You know, like I don't like to see people suffer. You know, it's a sad thing. So
well, that's something I mean, even from my own experience with diabetes and stuff, man, it's something that I've learned is, and it sounds really cliche, but it's really, really true, man, is you really shouldn't take any moment for granted, especially with your friends or family, your loved ones, or just anything. I mean, it's impossible for us to not get mad or take things for granted and stuff, but I really purposely really try sometimes to step out of a situation when I can, when I'm thinking about it, and be like, okay, look, you know, it's not that bad, or definitely, you know, could be worse, or, you know, but I don't know, man. I like me and Mrs. Hive every single morning, you know, I text her like, good morning, I love you, and stuff like that.
oh, you're such a romantic man.
Well, it's not just about being romantic, man. You know, you just never know. Like, dude, you know how, like, you know how bad I would feel if she went to work and like I didn't say goodbye, or we went like separated in a bad way or something, and then something happened. You would never get that chance back. You know what I mean? To, you know, and I just don't ever want to be in that kind of a situation, you know?
Yeah, no, and I think that's why, like, the older I get, I kind of reflect and realize, like, we have to treat people like it's their last. You never know what's going to happen. And we have to appreciate the people in our lives that we have at the moment, because you never know what could happen, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Life is unfair. You know, life is a game that, like, everyone's targeted by. You could be young, you could be old, you could be dead the next day. And I think that as much as that's a sad thing, like, that's why, like, as an adult, I've learned to, like, reflect and, like, try to, like, better myself and, like, appreciate the people that are around me, because, you know, you never know what could happen. You know, like, as a kid, I was a shitty kid. And then, like, I look at, like, my parents now, and, like, I hated them as a kid, but as an adult, like, I love those guys, because it's like you see how much stuff they've done for you, and like
that's pretty natural, man. I mean, people.
Yeah,
I mean, some people are worse than others, but I think we all do stupid things when we're young, man. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know yet. It's the thing about life is, as you get older, you get wiser. You understand things. You gain more empathy. You know, just a lot of different stuff happens. You know.
Yeah, 5 years ago, I was doing a lot of stupid things on YouTube,
Yeah,
and
me
that
too.
led me to go into a
I was just a
4-year
dick
long
5 years ago. I was a dick
and that
6
led me to go in a 4-year long hiatus, and like it's still like I still have vivid memories of everything that happened between me going into hiatus and coming out. And what you guys were talking about earlier with how Lego always is constantly turning a profit, but that 1 year in 2018, when they still made an annual profit, but it was only, I think, 1.8% less. I don't think it's a coincidence that in that same year Adpocalypse came to YouTube, and a lot of YouTube channels who were under 4,000 watch time hours and were under 1,000 subscribers were getting an AdSense contract. And then when they stopped getting their AdSense contract after Adpocalypse, they stopped doing videos on their channels, and because they weren't getting the revenue coming through, they stopped buying Lego. I wouldn't be surprised if that played just
I
a
don't think
small
think
part.
YouTube has as much as an impact as we think. I think that, like, as content creators, we can blame that, but I don't believe that's the case, because, like, Lego, I hate to say this, but I mean, even from a YouTuber's perspective, Lego doesn't need us to succeed. I think that's, like, you know, the
No.
ups and downs and whatever, but like,
No, they
I
don't need us
think
to
we're not
succeed.
really
but-
driving sales. Like, we're
Oh,
into, like,
clearly we are driving sales.
You think so,
Fab.
Brian?
Oh my
Yes,
god, dude!
clearly we're
Dude, the
driving
charts that I
sales.
looked at from when Lego's profits and everything really started to go skyrocketing. Yes, it started to go up after that. They started purchasing like Star Wars and Harry Potter, but when YouTube like really started blowing up, you could see like about the same timeline. Now, I don't think it's just them.
Yeah.
And Lego isn't going to fail if they don't have influencers. But why do you think that they have so many influencers in the land now?
Yeah, but
because think about it, just Ryan alone, just Ryan has almost 500,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
You think about all the views that he gets. Think about that commercial over and over and over, and that's just Ryan, and he's not even in land. So
But
now you start getting like Solid Brick Studios, you get Emily, you know what I mean? You get all these other people, dude. And think about all the people that are watching.
Aren't even pulling decent views. Like you look at like people like David, he's pulling good views, but like there's people in land that can't pull more than 50 views a video. And while I mean that sounds bad, it's like land is more of I'm trying not to get canceled again, but I'll just say it anyway. Land is a diversity program. Land is a diversity marketing program, and it's not because I've seen people in land who can't even pull 100 views. I'm like, Lego, why are you sending them a set when they can't pull 100 views? But land is all about, trying to expand their brand to different diverse groups, but most people in land aren't pulling good views. They're pulling crap views. So Lego's sending out sets, well, it costs them technically nothing or very little to send out, and I guess it's considered marketing. Lego really doesn't need us. Like you have the people like David Hull that can pull decent views, but like if I went through every land member and said, hey, here's who gets views and who doesn't, it'd be like a 90% ratio of people not getting views and a 10% of people that are actually getting views, because I don't think land truly helps. Yes, it's a marketing program, and yes, we're pushing Lego sets and people are aware of sets because of certain influencers. Is it really equating to sales? And I don't believe that's the case.
And also, as much as people like to complain that YouTube isn't what it used to be in the good old days before Google bought YouTube, you cannot deny that YouTube wouldn't be the money-making machine it is right now if Google hadn't had swiped in and bought it, and therefore created all these influencers that get billions of people to buy all different types of e-commerce products and even physical products in stores across the world.
Well, thank you, YouTube, for giving me $100 a month. I appreciate it.
Nice.
It's not okay. I agree. Land wasn't made for influencers. That is correct. It wasn't made for influencers.
Because it was originally designed for people. Well, it was originally designed for the people who go to conventions and people who are members of a log.
Yeah. I think that land's not needed anymore. I think that, like, if you look at like what land has become, and I know a lot of people, and I hate to sound like a dick for this, but a lot of people love to say they're in land.
You said that 3 times in this stream so far. Like the land program is like, a lot of people love to say they're in land for the community, but that's a bunch of BS. You're not in land for your community. You're in land because you get free sets. No one's thinking about their community when they're in land. People are thinking, I can get free Lego sets, and here's how I can do it. And that's why it's hard. Like, a lot of people struggle to trust land members because they're not upfront. I have not heard one member say that they're in land because they're getting free sets. I've heard people say, I'm in land because it can help my community. But that's a bunch of BS, because most of these guys aren't in they're not even engaging with their community. They're not chatting with them. They're not hanging out with them, and they're reviewing sets early, and that's being a part of the community. I call that bullshit, because that's not being a part of your community. That's getting free sets. Don't get me wrong. I love to be in land to get free sets, but I wouldn't be like, guys, I'm doing this for the community. I'd be like, guys, I'm doing this because I get free crap that I don't have to pay for, that you get to watch reviews, and I get free stuff and I don't have to pay money for it. Like, that's the legit reason. So I don't like, people being fake. No, I agree. Ian says the number of views don't matter. If 1 million people watch a review for a set they're going to buy anyways, it's not as good as 100 people viewing a review who had no clue that set existed. But here's the thing: if you get 1 million people that might buy that set, or maybe they're into Lego but don't know that set existed, or maybe they're like me that came into the YouTube world just intending on just buying Star Wars ships, but then seeing like all these cities and everything else that everybody was building just skyrocketed me. You know what I mean? No, and look, the YouTuber influence thing wasn't the only thing. I don't want anybody to think that. I just think that was the thing that had. Obviously, the Lego movie had a lot to do with it. Obviously, the stuff they're putting out had a lot to do with it. Yeah, obviously, Target and Walmart making entire aisles dedicated to Lego had a lot to do with it. But I'm just saying, I think in my opinion, clearly, a lot of Lego influencers, and not even just Lego influencers, but just the spike in Lego influencers. You know what I mean? not like one influencer to a million people, but I'm just saying the rise in the Lego community in the YouTube space.
Hive, am I an influencer? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know exactly.
Thank you so much, Hive. I appreciate it.
I don't do commercials anymore like I used to.
I don't think if I ever joined LAN, I'd be that type of guy, which I mean, I'll never join it. They've rejected me twice. I've been rejected a bunch. But if I ever joined LAN and for some reason they, fell on their head and they accepted me in there, I'd be that type of guy like, hey guys, Lego BFAB back with another video. I'm doing this because I get the set for free and then I'd get into the review. I don't want to, you never want to lie to your audience because, they take what you say to heart. That's why, I know, people like Just Do Good stepped away and I think it's respectable. Being kicked out of LAN, you're not a martyr. You got kicked from LAN. But people like Just Do Good, you hear him and I respect him. If you got kicked from LAN, you're saying you never wanted to be a part of it. That's bullcrap. I love those guys. I'm basically calling out my friends, but no one, I don't know. People took advantage of LAN, but you look at people like Just Do Good who left on his own accord. That's a respectable thing. But people aren't in LAN because they want to be a part of the community. People are in LAN because of free crap. People can't. If you tell me you're a part of LAN because you're a part of the community, I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. I
mean, whatever your reason is, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you weren't born last night. You were born at night.
By the way, I wasn't laughing at you either. What you're saying, BFAB. I've just noticed that. So we have this conversation going, and there's a lot of people in the chat that are involved.
Sorry,
in this conversation.
Chad. Hey.
But no. But then there's Cabbage and Craigster. They've got a whole side, conversation going, dude. I'm sorry, it's hilarious, dude. It's such a contrast to what we're talking about.
I love Cabbage. I feel like Cabbage always twists conversation. It's all Cabbage's fault.
Yeah.
All
so
your fault, Cabbage.
I want to touch on something about what Hive said about the Lego Movie having the cultural impact it did, because I've talked about this a few times on my own live streams and other people's live streams. Is that I think the Lego Movie is a bigger turning point in Lego's history than what people give credit to, because there's a couple reasons behind that. One is that you could argue that the Lego Movie was the biggest pop cultural impact. Was the most impactful pop culture thing that the Lego company has ever done, even more so than getting the license for Star Wars. You could make that argument. It might be a losing argument because Star Wars helped to save Lego from bankruptcy, even though the Bionicle fans like to say so. But you can make that argument, and with the way that Will Ferrell in the movie, he played his act so well, and I think the whole the whole moral coming out of that being that you don't have to build by the instructions, etc., also made adults who used to collect Lego when they were a childhood want to get back into the hobby. Because I don't think it's an accident that from 2015 to 2016, in the entire 17 years that YouTube has been in existence, those were the second biggest years of new Lego channels coming on to the platform. Because I would at least say that 2020 was probably the biggest for new Lego channels coming onto the platform. So obviously, obviously that's gonna drive up sales, and because you're attracting the not only the market of the kids who are going to go out and watch the movie because it's a massive blockbuster event, and the kids are gonna want to buy the sets too. But you also get the adults who are gonna come back into the hobby, and they're gonna want to rekindle their childhood memories, and so that has a indirect correlation for sales going up, not
Do you
only
really think
in
it's social
the
media, though,
first
man?
market, but in the secondary market as well.
Because I believe that people being bored, like you're stuck at home. 2020, I think when COVID started, people were forced to kind of be stuck at home. So you're forced to do these activities because you're stuck at home. You can't really go
Yeah.
places. Like things you wouldn't do, like building Lego or building puzzles. Like I know a lot of people got in that for that. I think that, and I hate to say this without sounding like a dick, I think we oversell ourselves as like Lego content creators. I think our impact is way less than we think it is. But I think in 2020 you are right. Like we had such a surge in Lego content creators because I believe COVID. I feel like COVID played into that narrative.
Yeah.
COVID and Lego.
Most of us have participated in the 72-hour community live stream this year.
I haven't really. The fake me's have. They're doing a really good job.
Yeah, well,
they are.
well, at least you, BFab and Zissou have appeared as guests. Me, but you go back and look at the 72-hour live stream last year. There's a lot of people who were on last year that aren't on this year, and I think the biggest indicator about which YouTubers who had a time slot last year but didn't have one this year are the ones that went back to work after they either got their jobs back or they moved on to a new career, and they didn't need Lego to fill an empty void in their lives or whatever.
Are you saying that
I mean,
need
as
Lego
somebody
to
who's
fill an
been
empty
in the
void in my
Lego
life?
community for such a long time, the Lego community is ever changing. Like, I meet so many people every year that, like, you know, it's crazy. It's just a cycle, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could name people who were on there last year on one hand that aren't there this year, and they have not uploaded a piece of content on their channels in months
Maybe they've
now.
got busy or lost interest in the hobby, or
Do we challenge Mayo to the trivia to name everyone?
Well, I mean, look.
Well,
a lot of
like,
things that
I know-
people don't realize about YouTubing, and I didn't realize it either, man. Is, dude, it's work.
Yeah,
It's not the same thing. I've mentioned this. It's not the same thing as like digging ditches or rebuilding a roof on a hot summer day. But yeah, man, you have to be diligent. You have to be persistent. If you want to have good videos, you got to sit down and edit for hours at a time. You got to constantly keep thinking of ideas.
It's your fault that I joined the stream, so I blame you. I still have at least 15 hours of editing left, so everyone go blame Hive because I'm only a third way done with my video, but I'm like, guys, I'm so lonely nowadays. I'm like, I'm going to join the stream. I'm mod. I'm going to pop in and just chat with people. So.
We got our arms out. Come on. It's okay. Come on. Just come on.
Miss BrickScene just said I was part of the 72-hour last year, but this year I am away, so I couldn't fill a slot. That's not what I'm talking about, because Miss BrickScene is an active YouTuber who has invested her time, her energy, her money into perfecting her craft, and that's why she's only getting better and better every day. But when is the last time we heard from Sarah Starbricks, for example?
Sarah, so the predicament with Sarah, without releasing too much of her personal business, Sarah, she has a job now, so she's working a bunch. And
exactly.
Don't get me wrong, I love Sarah. Sarah's
she went
one of
back
the
to
nicest people. But I think we have to take... Sarah started off not having a job, right? She was kind of a stay-at-home lady. I'm trying to. How do I say? This day and age, I have to be so careful with what I say. So a stay-at-home lady, and now she has a job. I believe she was. Oh no, actually, did she say this publicly? Okay, I'm not going to say it. She has a job now, and so like we have to understand that like
The job that she has prevents her from doing YouTube. Let's just say
correct.
that.
Yep, Shy's right about that. So we have to consider that like. You go from not having a job to having a job, but you can't participate. I know a lot of people who just left the community because, again, 2020, people had so much free time. You were working from home. Now 2022, you just don't have that same option. And like none of this bothers me in the sense because I've been in the community for such a long time. You see people cycling out. Like that's the Lego community. And the good thing about it is most people in Lego community are chill. So you meet new people, you hang out with new people, you meet new people, and life just goes on, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe some people
And
got
like,
a bad
and like,
experience too.
and like, with the case of Sour Star Bricks, of course, you're going to want to spend all of your time with a job because unlike YouTube, working for a living under an employer is guaranteed money. AdSense isn't guaranteed money. People are going to want to take
her job
the
doesn't allow
guaranteed
her
money.
to do Lego YouTube.
I was about to say, yeah, Shy's right about it. Like, technically, she can't do any of this crap, but I don't see likes the current job that she's at, so I don't see her giving that up for YouTube. You know, and I love Sarah.
Exactly,
Sarah's one of
and
my
like
favorite people.
that's perfect, and like that's perfectly within her right because whenever given the opportunity, people for their own bottom line, because the bottom line is how we survive in this world. Don't hesitate. Go after the guaranteed money.
YouTube is not an easy game to succeed at. If you succeed on
No,
YouTube, you can do
it's
it full
not.
time. You could make so much money. Like I know YouTubers that I'm friends with millions and millions of subscribers that are making $40,000-$50,000 a year. But like you have to consider it's a rare thing. Like if you make it on YouTube, you make it on YouTube, right? Like you make crazy money, like money that you could never dream of. But everyone wants to be a YouTuber nowadays. They did a survey or like some research thing that I was reading that like most kids nowadays want to be a YouTuber, and it's so
And that's
it's
such
an
a bad
unrealistic expectation.
that's such a bad
Is
mindset.
it though? Is
Because
it though?
it's
Like
so hard. It's so hard.
Yeah,
to
but you
make
can say
it.
the same thing about sports. You can say the same thing about wanting to be a
YouTubers
president of the
can make
United
more than
States. There's a
doctors
lot
and
of things like
lawyers, you
that.
know? Like
The odds are slim, but it should prevent you from wanting to try. You know?
yeah, I mean, like for me, I look at my channel, like, and I'm like, it's fun making money, it's fun getting views, but like, I don't want to do this full time because I'm not unrealistic. Everything can be taken away from you the next day. You look at a lot of people who were big back, like when I was like first starting, and they don't have channel. They're getting 100 views a video. They're barely scraping the bottom of the barrel, but like everything can be taken away from you. YouTube, if you're successful, you could be living the high life and doing whatever you want and making a crap ton of money. But when it goes away, you're screwed. You know?
Yeah, and
a
like
game that you have to-
the era that me and BFab grew up in when we started our channels. I'll give two examples: the Brick Show and Brick Queen. Brick Queen has over 150,000 subscribers. In her heyday, she was probably the second most popular reviewer of Lego sets back in 2010, 2011, 2012, and then 2013 Bricks comes along and just resets the standard. But still, Brick Queen was still going strong in 2013, 2014, 2015, and then Brick Queen made changes with her channel that people didn't necessarily agree with, and so the views slowly started trickling down. And because like as a YouTuber, you should always aim to have your video view counts be 10% of the amount of
Thank God.
subscribers
I was
you
worried.
have. That's not the case. That's not the case with Brick Queen, and like she's made an effort to get back into the community, which is fantastic because I have a lot of nostalgia for Brick Queen. But that's one example of making decisions with a channel that will end up hurting you in the long run, which proves that YouTube, there's no guaranteed money. And then there's the other case where people, through either politics, bad business decisions, or bureaucracy, they just get themselves wiped off the face of they get themselves wiped off the face of the planet because
I agree, Kat.
the Brick Show in 2010, 2011, 2012, even 2013, when Bricks was only starting out, the Brick Show was probably the most popular reviewer of Lego sets, and they also made decisions similar to Brick Queen in 2014, 2015 that turned viewers away. And so as a result, they started doing more news videos. And if people have been subscribed to Brother from Another Brick long enough, you'll know that that a BFAB has a BFAB for a little while did a lot of news videos, but not so
I've
much
changed,
anymore.
guys. Okay, my content's no longer crappy. I swear.
Yeah, and so the Brick Show got themselves into trouble where they deliberately ignored the watermarks on confidential images for press releases, and so Lego terminated their channel, and now there's no trace of them.
Yeah, I mean, so
there's
I
no
really
guaranteed
disagree.
money
So
in
now
YouTube.
BrickScene is literally pushing themselves on TikTok. They have actually a pretty decent following on TikTok, and
Yeah.
I believe it's Jason or Steven is using their daughter to kind of push their brand more, and they're doing well there.
That's because that's because they found a way to reinvent themselves.
Yeah, but the issue is the issue with a lot of these older content creators. I know content creators that were around my time that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers that can't pull 500 views. You have to adjust with the time. Like for me, I'm in such a weird predicament where like my channel is not growing essentially, but like I still get good views for the size of my channel. But like a lot of these older fashioned YouTubers, they're not willing to do stuff like clickbait. They're not willing to do that type of. They're held to their own like morals, which is okay. But like you can't. If 50 people put up a news video and I make a news video that says these sets suck, and I have like a video where like the sets in the thumbnail and like I don't know words that say this set sucks, my video is going to get more clicks than OG YouTuber that decides to go 2023 Lego set thoughts video, right? Like they have not adjusted with the time where they're willing to cross certain lines where like for me it's like if you're pissed off at me over a title or being a clickbaity YouTuber, I don't care compared to let's say those guys who stand by these morals that don't get them views. You know, like I've watched so many videos on like how to grow your channel and like improve, and like you have to do some sort of clickbait nowadays. Everyone's doing the same thing. I've tried to like branch out and do different things, and again, that sounds cocky a little bit, but everyone's doing similar things, and people in the Lego community lack creativity. And if they do have creativity, they don't know how to like bring that vision to life. So then you have like 50 people doing news videos, and then everyone's like, "Why do my news videos get no views?" Because
everyone's doing the same thing over and over again, and then it's just saturating. It just ends up saturating the market when everyone does the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, that's why you got to stand out.
Yeah, because you've got to bring because the best way to get more views on your video is for your channel to bring something new to the table.
You got to use your milkshake.
I'm generic, but I try to do clickbait. Like, if a Lego set comes out instead of being like, Lego 2023 Star Wars sets revealed, like a lot of people do it, but like, the worst Lego sets have been revealed 2023, and then people get triggered. Like, for me, I use, to get views, even though I might not be the best person to say this, I use views by playing with people's emotions, right? If I put your favorites on the thumbnail and I said this set sucks, you're gonna click on the video because you're angry. You're like, what? How dare BFAB, the irrelevant Lego YouTuber, say something about the set? You know? And it's paid off where I'm in this weird situation where, like, after all these years, I still get views, even though my channel isn't growing. But, like, I can still pull views because I'm willing to embrace clickbait. And even though, like, a lot of people hate it, like, would you rather put 40 hours in a video and get 5 views or put 40 hours in a video and get a couple thousand, you know?
Yeah, Dr. McBrick just made a good comment that is one of the mantras that I try to live by as a content creator. He said, "My granny told me as a kid to never put your eggs in one basket, no matter what it is." And like, I always try to diversify my portfolio, because if you go gun ho about one thing, you're more likely to get into a pattern and a routine of doing the same thing over and over and over again without you unconsciously realizing it, because you've constantly got to innovate, bring something new to the table, have fresh ideas to keep the viewers engaged. And I'm sure that the NFL fans out there will know what I mean by when I say that there's a reason why in a 20-year span as coach of the New England Patriots, Bill Belichick won six Super Bowls, and in a span of 14 years, Marvin Lewis, the coach of the Cincinnati Bengals, couldn't win a single playoff game.
Man, you know stuff about football in Australia.
You've got to be prepared to innovate, and if you get stuck in previous methodologies of how to do things that's not hip to the jive, you become archaic, and then you ultimately lose out.
You gotta let the
As an
past
old
die,
man, I can confirm.
You gotta kill it if you have to.
Hey, what did the old man say, Hive? What did you... Okay.
Oh, I said you gotta let the past die. Yeah, kill it if you have to.
Hive is the king of drama and clickbait titles. He's worse than me. Everyone go attack him in the comments below.
I'm clickbaiting right now. I
don't say Hive. You're very good at it. Like, worst Lego set ever. Shake the Hive, and I'm like, this man. He hates his like. I think like for me, when I use clickbait, it's more of like just to get views that I'm like upset. Hive's like, yo, I'm gonna jump through the computer screen and beat you up, Lego. You know. Also, I apologize for talking so much. I have not engaged with people in a while, so it's kind of nice to chat. So.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a couple weeks.
It's guys. What I mean, to be again, I don't want to keep bringing up the trolls, but yo, I can't even engage with people. It's kind of sad, but it's nice to be here and chat with you guys. It means a lot to me. I really do care about the community and just engaging with people, and it sucks that I can't do that anymore. But yeah, thanks. I'm grateful for being on this stream, and obviously I love hanging out with Makro and like everyone else. So
yeah, like we always enjoy hanging out with you, BFab. So
yes, I'm cool.
I've just noticed that the Galaxy Squad set that Zissou is building has got some olive green on it.
Oh, I love the set. It's called Hive. Is it the Hive Crawler, Zissou?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that set. As a kid, I used to push it around, and that was the first set I think I got in clearance. I got it 50% off for my birthday, and I was like pushing it around and like creep on all our Lego people and like attack them.
That's the best clearance deal I've gotten as well. I forgot how much I got it for, but
I got mine now. It's such a good set. I love it. Sorry.
I should reassemble mine.
You should. I have mine in a bag somewhere.
Yeah, and I've been doing this, so I had to So I had to restructure it a bunch the last night / earlier today. So now the little gate area is up here, and there's this little like arch thing in here. That used to be way up here, and I had to move it because.
Are you building a mock, Jay, or is that an actual set?
No, I'm building a mock.
Jay, you motherfucker.
It's gonna have 2 more base plates back here.
Jay, can you build like a secret hidden cemetery on the bottom?
Well, there's going to be something in the basement. I don't know what it is yet, but it might be a cemetery. Who knows?
So is that mock designed to be an add-on to the Ninjago modulars?
Yeah, it is. So it's got the path and everything, and all the water and stuff. And I'm probably going to run out of water tiles before I know it. However much this is. which isn't a lot.
Jay, we should audition on Lego Masters together. You down?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I
That'd be
suck at
fun.
building, but hey, I'm learning, guys. Okay.
That'd be an interesting duo.
I would bring the entertainment. Like people would be like, "Why is this guy on? He sucks at building." But Jay, you have the skill, so I can bring the entertainment. You bring the skill. Jay won't talk one word. They'll call him like the silent man. You know, he won't say one thing, and I'll be like, "Hey guys," I'm like, "Yo, shut up, man. Why you still talking?" You know?
Yeah, when they do those like little interviews or whatever, it'll just be you talking, and then I'll just wave.
So Makro Bricks needs 12 more likes to join the 50+ like club. So if anyone hasn't already left a like on the live stream,
It
please,
sounds like the
please
Mile
do
High
so.
Club, you know?
Well, let me just say, if you want to be cool, hitting the like button is a good start.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
because you've got
Did I
to
not
give
respond to your text? So if I didn't respond to your text, Sidious, it's because I just haven't been on social media or engaging with a lot of people recently. So if I didn't respond to your text, sorry, I was probably drunk under a sink somewhere. I'm usually good at replying to people's texts, but yeah, I literally have so much editing ahead of me. But I like chatting with people, and I'm glad to be here. I sound so sensitive right now. I sound like a softie, and I am. So
because as Coconut Brick Studio says, you've got to execute Order 66 on that like button.
There you go.
I just hit the like button. I'm horrible at hitting the like button. Like when I watch somebody's video, I'm usually good at hitting it, but like when I'm on a stream, I usually tend to forget it. So I'm just glad to chat with you guys. I'm happy. So
No,
And I'm happy
I'm
too.
happy that you're happy, BFAB.
I'm happy, and I've been depressed for a long time. So.
Yeah, that's so good.
So have you made any significant progress on the townhouse macro?
It's almost
Nice.
the first
So is
floor
that the
done.
first floor done?
Yeah. Looks like I still got a lot of pieces here because I got a little gung-ho and opened up bag 2 before I was supposed to. So it's coming along.
You know what?
Hard fake progress. Chat's funny.
Just looking at Zisu's screen, and I think those olive green, curved, quarter round curved slopes is what Bricks used as the roof on his hut's pizzeria.
Well, actually, I didn't get a chance to say, but it's a lime green. There is some olive green mixed in, but the majority of it, I would say, is actually lime. Like this is more of a lime green.
I was about to say. I was about to say. What are you seeing? I was about to say that's totally lime. I was about to say olive green. That ain't no olive green.
Then you should have said it.
Sorry.
I was just sitting back letting him talk. I've been talking a lot.
I think the lighting deceived me.
Yeah, the lighting's a little off.
I have the set, so I knew it wasn't olive green. I'm just like, yo, that's not olive green.
But yeah, seeing that Mayo was going to be on the panel, that was part of the reason I picked it. Because I mean, it's not vintage, but it is a little older. Plus, with the 72 hour, I wanted to pick something that other people aren't building maybe right now.
Very cool.
And also, I'm so far behind on the chat. About an hour ago, Brick Sergeant asked if there was any trained people on the panel, and I'm probably that person.
I think we're all.
I used to play Thomas the Train as a kid.
I'm a big fan of trains.
I can make a really good train impression. I'm kidding.
A really, really great chat out there. They've been cracking me up, entertaining themselves.
Oh, me too.
Great jokes.
I know. I've been loving them lately.
Can I shout out my trolls? No, I'm kidding.
And also, it's good for Macro that the stream has been averaging over 30 viewers for the last 2 hours, or for the last 1.5 hours or so.
Oh, nice. Getter did.
Yeah, because I was kind of happy. Because I was happy that I got, I think, 78 watch time hours on mine. So I was pretty stoked about that. I think Macro should easily be able to crack easily be able to crack 100.
I like your optimisticness. I don't even know if that's a word, but
What
And I'm
72-hour
amazed
stream has
that
cracked the
Greg.
most amount of viewers? Do we know that yet? But I think I saw Greg had 100 at one point.
that was a big one.
Yeah, because I'd like to think that his live stream now has over 4,000 views.
Twice he's averted.
Greg always does well with live stream. The guy has charisma through the roof, so like it's
Yeah.
totally understandable, you know.
He's a
And
people-
also because he got someone on his panel that has over 1.5 million subscribers.
He just copied Sai, okay? We gotta give credit to Sai. Sai is a pro at getting. I love Greg. And again, this is not me shading him, but literally Sai has gotten all these people, and like they showed up on Greg's stream secondarily. So it's like Sai's bringing so many people in the Lego space that we would never dream of like engaging with. And then like Greg's like, okay, Sai had him in, let's see if I can get him in too. And again, I'm not trying to disrespect Greg, but I'm just like we gotta give Sai credit, you know? For what he's done.
Those guys are so
Sai's the middleman.
so good at attracting those people onto their live streams.
Well, you gotta look at like people like Sai. Sai is literally the nicest guy I've probably met in the Lego space. The guy is just so kind. So like, if I was a big YouTuber and Sai went to me, I'd be like, "Yo, this guy's lovely. Sure, I'll be on your stream." You know, Sai's just such a. I love the guy. Nothing but good vibes, but from Sai. You know.
Yeah, because you're always gonna have a good time when you're watching Sai or Greg.
What's Shy been doing this whole time? He's just been hustling.
I'm reorganizing my billy shelves to optimize the space in my room.
Ah,
Yeah, I know what that feels like.
I was digging your pop collection, man.
So
Saw it,
over the last 2 weeks, I've done a ton of
pretty dope, huh?
reorganization. Always
Somebody
I
said
say
he on
cleaning and
Funko
maintenance.
And
What's
that's
the
what
deal with the Funko Pops? What are they all about? They like little action figures or what?
They're basically like bobblehead,
Okay,
you know, like
just a
bobbleheads.
collectible.
Yeah, but they make pops and anything. Like it, literally anything you probably think of, man. They made a pop for it.
Star Wars, Beetlejuice, whatever.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, but they started basically just kind of any pop culture thing, but it's expanded to just anything like movies, TVs, directors, music, art, actors, books,
Yeah, because
comic books.
Okay.
because Makro Bricks may or may not know this, but my other investor, he collects the sports and the Pokemon Funko Pops.
Every time Mayo says investor, I kind of laugh a little inside.
And for what they are, they're really cool.
Also, boys, I'm gonna head out. I have to edit. I'm not gonna get my video done now. Let me make this clear. If a BFAB account or my real name, because my real name's now out there, not by my choice, starts sounding like me in chat, it's not me, okay? I just want to preface that.
We hung out with you long enough. We got the lowdown.
Oh no, but like these trolls are so good. They like watch every stream that I'm in, so they sound like me, and then people think it's me, but it's not. I'm mod. If I'm gonna comment, I'm gonna have this playing in the background, but I have a lot of editing left to do. But I'm only a third way done with my video, and I have to get it out by tomorrow. So I'm gonna dip out. If an account comes in there and sounds like me or starts trolling, again, it is not me.
Don't worry, man. I'm gonna kick their ass.
Thanks, guys. So it's been lovely to chat with you. I'm gonna go edit. I'll play the stream in the background, but I won't be like engaging with the stream. So.
Nice.
It has been good talking. Have a good day, BFAB.
Take care, my friends. Bye.
Glad we could make you feel warm and fuzzy.
Usually, you gotta pay extra for that.
Yeah. You get an hour for straight up price. Anything else is extra. Well, I got like what? Doesn't seem like that many parts here. I might even make it. I might even get this done. Not bad. One townhouse in 3 hours. It's only like 1,000 pieces.
Yeah, man. That's good.
Oh yeah, the trolls. Trolls were out in
also
full.
you've spent time highlighting chat messages, so of course that's going to slow you down.
TJ was saying the trolls were out in full force.
Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 of them on the Friday Night Brick stream.
Ooh, I haven't seen one for a while. I'm getting lucky these days. Or irrelevant, one of the two. Oh, here, another bag too. Would have been looking for that piece for hours. Zizu looks like he's going to be crushing that in this stream. Get it done.
Yeah, I think so. Hope so.
Nice. I'm curious to see that when it's all done. That's the stuff I miss Lego doing, is very creative and imaginative sets like that.
Yeah, it's legs and things move when you roll it, if I remember correctly.
You got a lot of old sets from back in the day, Zizu.
Yeah.
The elf one you built last.
Oh yeah, I love that elf set, man. So much more than I thought I would even. Like the Brick Bods did a castle tier. And kind of crushed me when people put it so low. I'm like, man, this set is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Great colors.
Wait, which set?
The Regana's Magic Shadow Castle.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it, Cliff. Appreciate it.
I thought it was a little too brightly colored too, like just looking at it, but when you build it, I don't know, changed my opinion. But I don't have to agree with everyone. That's perfectly fine.
Usually it's more fun.
Exactly. Like what you like.
Cheers, Jonas. That'd be another good one at MJ. It'd be nice if they did it before 2025. Time cruisers would be sweet.
Oh, that would be fun. Somebody started building that, didn't they? Last night on one of the streams?
A time cruiser set?
I think so, yeah. I think his name was Tim, maybe.
All right, I have to go. I'm letting Emily use my car, so I have to go drop off my car to Emmasaurus. So I'll be right back.
All right, babe.
Trusting. You're a trusted man.
If you guys are still here when I get back, then cool. I'll get
Right
back.
on. Later, brother.
Yeah.
Shy.
Have a good day, Shay.
Yeah. MJ is saying Tim's Brick Adventures. Was he the one? That was
Yeah, I think so.
He was the one that was building the time cruisers and the rock raiders.
Did people cut and paste the same message over time? We'll make Sidious a mod. He can take care of it all.
I'm curious to see what Cabbage Face has planned for his block.
Is he next?
No, I think it's later. I've lost track of when, but
Hold on, I'll look.
something about the title sounded interesting. Plus, it's it's Cabbage Face, so
Yeah, he's an interesting fellow. I was gonna say.
yeah, it's got to be entertaining.
Gotta be good. Don't get nervous now, Cabbage. We're all expecting you to act up.
I think Triple D Honey is next, but I could be wrong.
He's next. Yeah.
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 Dive it into the honey pot next. Should be exciting. Oh no, what did I screw up?
Yeah, Triple D's got an hour slot, and then Hoosier's got a 7-hour slot.
A 7-hour slot?
Yeah,
I mean, I knew he's doing an auction, but god dang, dude.
from 5 to midnight.
Got to give people time to make that money,
I guess, dude. Like, I thought this time slots were only like a couple hours long for each of us, maybe like 3 or 4 tops.
Oh, Hoosier's funding the 72-hour live stream these days.
Yeah, because
no, look, I ain't gonna lie, argue
Buck
that.
Chop 2021, because Buck Chop 2021 told me that people were only allowed to go for a max of 4 hours at a time to keep as to open as many possibilities for people to register, but they always make an exception for the Hoosier auction.
Yeah, I tip my hats off to that. I only want to do 2-3 hours. I want to go watch everyone else. I don't want to be sitting there streaming the whole time. I want to watch people.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess you know, the auction it takes time.
Yeah,
And Aussie Adam Bricks just woke up.
yeah
Um,
they did a preview, I believe, of all the auction items last night on stream.
Ooh, I missed that.
I guess I'll
only
be
one
auctioning at the same time as him, but I'll be on whatnot doing it.
only one Ninjago set, and I already own it. So
you're saying the disappointment set in, TJ?
no, I'm saying that's good, so I don't spend any money.
Okay, the opposite. I gotcha.
I already know I'm going to be spending way too much on August 1st.
August 1st isn't going to get me. I put it in an order too for parts. Maybe I should have waited till after I got that castle, but work's been super busy. So as long as I get my grubby little hands on that castle, I'm happy.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I'm leaving for school in mid-August, somewhere around there. And I'm not going to be interacting with Lego much again until December. So,
oh, damn.
Yeah. I mean, I'll have like little snippets here and there, Thanksgiving, fall break as well. Probably a couple weekends here and there as well. But
So will you be pretty busy, like just with homework and studying? Will you be joining any live streams or just straight school for a couple months?
I might be in the chats of some live streams, but
Okay.
probably won't be joining any panels unless I'm like home for a weekend or something.
Everybody stockpile some Ninjago just to try to tempt them and trigger them into the panel. You know.
There you go.
Yeah, because my lecture is gonna start in 27 hours and 20 minutes when I go back to university.
Good day, AAA. Aussie Adam Bricks.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go all out, buy the whole Ninjago wave, and that'll be what I do. I may not build them all though. I may just open some of the sets, pull the minifigs out, and then save the builds till later.
I wasn't Nate, I wasn't saying it's a bad thing. I was just acknowledging that there's so much work that needs to be done on the Hoosier live stream that they do every year
That's a
that
community
it's
service.
worth them needing all that time because that's
they do a lot.
because that's always good because that's always what they do, and it's
Better.
it's pretty much the staple of the 72-hour live stream is the Hoosier auction.
I like the eyes on that bug too. Wow. It's just
Right?
chock full of big
Yeah.
parts.
I wish we could get it in different colors too. That'd be neat.
A lot of good parts up in that set, and it probably
Yeah.
wasn't crazy expensive back in the day.
No, and yeah, I actually missed it and then ordered it from eBay right after it retired.
I like those trans red bubble canopies with the
Yeah.
hexagonal printing.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, we got about 45 minutes left. I'd definitely like to take a minute, say thank you to guys, come hang out and talk, laugh.
No problem, because I specifically put my timer on to end my power nap at 3:25 a.m. so I could watch this thing and catch the end of Bricks time slot.
Oh, I screwed up again. Look at that.
Sidious, that is Galaxy Squad. That's where the theme is from.
On Saturday night.
Where that set is from, rather.
What theme is that? Galaxy Squad? I gotcha.
Yeah. AKA the last space theme.
That's what I'll do during a bit of the Hoosiers while I'm hanging out in chat is I'm going to go Google all these different Galaxy Squad sets. They're looking pretty tight.
Yeah, they're pretty good. And so, depending on the set, some of them are relatively well priced on the aftermarket. They didn't go up too much in value.
Not like that.
Some of them more than others, but like the big one, the Galactic Titan, that one went way up, unfortunately. I was kind of wanted that one.
For Lego, all the big sets are the ones that go up generally.
Yeah, but some of like the smaller and medium sized ones aren't too pricey.
You've been working on this 3 hours, Hive.
I'm loading all these minifigs that I'm auctioning tonight into Whatnot.
Ah, nice.
And it's like 106 of them, so it's taking a while. Like I had to go through them all and like check all the prices for all of them, and now I'm putting all of the names of them into Whatnot. So I got a really good system that I use, and it keeps me organized.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's almost smart if a guy could pre-plan and as I collect doubles, kind of put a price tag in them. Then I'm not, you know, if you guys sells like you say 160 of them, you're not sitting there for 4 hours doing it all at once.
Well, a lot of them I've doubled up, kind of like a 2-for-1 kind of thing. Like I put 2 501st Clone Troopers together. I put 2 of the I don't know what do you call them, the brick people.
Yeah,
you know, I did a teal and a red together. So yeah, and most of these figs, I mean, probably 75% of them, I'm starting off at $1. So you know,
nice.
Yeah. The only ones I'm, you know, basically the only ones that I'm selling for a little bit more is if they're basically worth more than like $10 or so, which I've got a handful of them. That snake,
Phantom.
Yeah, that thing's worth like, I want to say it was like 25 or so.
Yeah, those generals are expensive.
But I was gonna start it off at 15 and see what, you know. Don't try more positive on your stream later. We talk about like when I was like, yeah, this probably isn't worth that or something. What am I building? I'm not building anything right now. I'm, like I said, putting all these names for the minifigs that I'm selling into Whatnot. Whatnots are what they call all the characters on the. Oh boy, yeah. Big Nate Brick says, just send me a list of the Harry Potter figs. Oh yeah, man, I got like a couple handfuls of the Harry Potter figs.
Out of all those figs, which one you found that's the most expensive?
That out of what I'm selling, or just that I have?
Let's do both.
I think Darth Revan's is probably the most expensive one I have. I'm pretty sure Darth Revan's is the most expensive one, but probably the most expensive one I'm selling is actually might be. It's either, I was gonna say this Iron Spider-Man, but I'm not even selling it on this stream tonight. This is for a different stream, but I'm selling like a lot of my Iron Man. I guess it's past plural, so it's Iron Man. But there's only one Iron Man. I'm like, I don't know how to say that. Iron Man armor. Anyways, but out of them, I've got, I don't know how much he's worth at the moment, but I've got the Silver Centurion. So that might, I don't know what he's worth actually right now. I should check because he might be worth more than Revan. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know. I tell you, the mold piece that came with this Silver Centurion and the print is amazing, dude. Like, I really like how it's got the little silver piece on the side front there. And it's got some mad arm printing on it. And then, like, this printed piece on his back. It's a really cool figure, man. I had, like, 3 of them. And then check out this side, the leg printing on the side. It's, like, almost like a gear. It is a really cool figure.
Yeah, I should go with this one, the solo.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Also, I had this Spider-Man that came with, I'm pretty sure this is the one that came with the Marvel CMFs. But you know something I never really paid too much attention to was the silver bands that he has on his arm. Like, I think he's the only Spider-Man like that, except for like the Comic-Con one.
Is that the web shooter?
Yeah, I think it is. But like all the rest of them don't have that. It's weird.
Started here, Adam. One day at a time, getting better. Oh,
What?
We have a Butt Chop 2021 again.
Making a return.
Sidious, I got a chrome silver surfboard at Brick Fair, the last Brick Fair I was at. That would be perfect for a silver surfer. But if they made a silver surfer, how dumb would they be to make a silver surfer and not give them a silver surfboard?
That'd be something like I would do.
Get a nice blue gray surfer here for you.
That'd be a hot fig, man. Hey, Panda.
Cheers, Panda. Good to see you. Hopefully it works not two videos.
Hey, but Nate, if you need, look, if you're interested, man, I don't mean to self promo, but like if you really want some Harry Potter figs, like I said, I'm starting these things off at like $1, dude. So if you want to get on Whatnot tonight at 9, and if you've never signed up, I've got a link that you can get $10 free, man. So it's worth it, honestly. Like a lot of stuff, you're not gonna you'd have to battle with people to get. You know what I mean? But other things, like I said, I'm starting most of these figs off at $1. So if nobody's like in there tonight, or if nobody really wants the fig and you want it, you can get a fig for $1. Like, and they're pretty good. Like most of them aren't worth $1. They're worth at least 5 or so. But I just, I'm trying to give auction prices.
Makro Bricks has now joined the 50+ like club.
Appreciate it. Right on.
Right on.
Look, Ma, I told you I'd amount to something in my life.
And BrickScene just woke up.
Cheers, Rich.
What's up, Rich? How you doing?
Reaching across the world with our crazy time zones. Corner to corner.
Big Nate, where you at, man? I was like, can you message me so I don't have to go through all my messages? Actually, I could just type your name in. Never mind.
Search it.
I was like, yeah, I could just search it. I'm so stupid.
Oh, screw up.
All right, there we go.
Is it done now, Zizu?
No, but I was just laughing. His legs aren't supposed to be down like this. But how funny would it be if it had like a jump feature on these tiny little legs, spring up like 3 feet? Be hilarious.
A little push down and a bounce.
Yeah, it's almost finished though. Unless I messed it all up and I have to start over.
We saying hello to Panda, Rich. Zeusian. Always laughing at Ian.
Hey, does anybody know the name of this minifig? The game or the girl with the blue hair?
I think she's the cyborg.
Just cyborg.
Yeah, I think that
because she's the one that's in this printed tile. I was talking about this I think last night.
I'd call her a cyborg. Yeah.
Hold on, let me find her.
Because I wrote gamer.
Series 16.
I'm not sure. She was in a big bin of Lego that I bought. But I just love how they referenced her in that tile, that printed tile. Oh, Kat, you are so right. I talk about this a lot. Well, not much anymore. But yeah, Thanos in the comic books was so OP, dude, when he had that gauntlet. Like, he just demolished. Like, there was with the mutants and like the Avengers and all them, there wasn't even a fight, dude. But there was barely even a fight at all, even with like the gods of the universe and stuff, eternity and all that. Cyborg girl. That's good enough.
It's Cyborg.
All right.
I looked it up. Found it.
That's funny. Hey, what you and the Craigs are do behind closed doors is none of my business. Well, I know what it's like getting into trouble. Man, I'm just in awe of that body of that bug. That's tight.
Kind of neat, isn't it?
Yeah, something different than what we're used to seeing lately, anyways.
There's an old Studio Ghibli movie. I'm gonna mispronounce it. Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, and it had all these giant bug creatures. Like they were just really huge. But it reminds me of that a lot. It'd be cool to do some recolors.
That'd be fun. Come up with your own mock or two.
Yeah. I wish we could get some Studio Ghibli Lego.
You know, now that I think about that, has anyone in Ideas made like an anime?
Well, they've done tons of Studio Ghibli, and they keep getting rejected. Howl's Moving Castle. They've done micro scale, big ones. Different scales. Even Spirited Away, someone even did like the bridge with the palace type building.
I'm gonna write that down and go look at it later. See what it's all about.
So Cat's telling Cities about how in the new Thor film they underplayed gore a ton. Yeah, I kind of figured they would. And I know a lot of people were upset the way Gore looked, and I kind of was too. I mean, it wasn't a big deal, I guess, really. But he just didn't look anything like the comic book character. And I would like to see some deleted scenes, hopefully, because from what I heard, I haven't even seen the movie. I've just seen like reviews and stuff. But the action, the god killing, the god butchering isn't as prevalent, I guess.
Shame on me. I'm not into the Avengers or action figure hero movies.
Me neither.
To be honest, I'd have to go back and look or think about which movie I watched last.
I love movies. I've been really getting into short films lately, especially like scary ones, like 15-minute scary short films. They're great, dude. I've watched so many, and I got to tell you, some of these short films made by just low budgets and really creative people are better than some of these movies I've been watching, man.
Just for the creative content.
Well, I mean, it's just because it's so interesting, and I don't know. I don't know. Art is subjective.
There you go.
I know that but Shop 2021 is still out there. If you always want to be invited to my neck of the woods butt shop, just give me permission and I'll add you to the gang on Instagram. I wouldn't want to do that without your permission.
You don't go around Mayo and just add them all?
No, because that would be a violation in my view, and it just wouldn't be good. It just wouldn't be good faith, because I don't want people to get spammed with unwanted notifications.
Gotcha.
I try to be kind to my people that way.
Kind to your people, I like that.
Because if there's one thing that we don't like, unless one of our posts or uploads or whatever is going viral, we don't want our phones blowing up.
Could be the next wave of a good politician. We care about our people. You don't hear him say that too much. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Because I'll. Okay, but just gave me permission. Yeah, because we all love Butt Chop 2021, and I always have good conversations with Butt Chop.
Apply a little pressure pushing down, but otherwise it rolls really well.
Oh, just the movement of those legs. That's really a good job with that.
Yeah, there's just two wheels underneath that move there. I'm not gonna launch it. There's a giant launcher back here in the back with rubber bands.
Yeah, you can launch the eggs.
You've had hours of fun if you're a kid with that, eh?
Oh yeah.
Even as an adult, I'd be running that around the kitchen.
I remember that being a fun set when I was a kid.
You see those pieces You see those pieces that those dark tan wheels are attached to. The ones that modified 2x2 plate with the cup.
Are you sorry? These?
Yeah, those in the lime green. I didn't know they were made in lime green. Because
Yeah.
I've said multiple times that I've got 2 copies of the 2013 King's Castle, and those pieces were used in reddish brown for the catapults. I didn't know they made those in lime green for those bug eyes.
Yeah.
And equally, I didn't know that they made those wheel insets that have the Technic pinholes in a lime green either.
Yeah.
Because I have those in the trans. I have those in the trans orange that came with one of the beach bikes from the Lego Island Extreme Stunts back in 2002.
There was, I forget which year, but there was a year there where lime green just kind of blew up in some of the sets, and I'm guessing this was one of those.
Cheers, dog.
Yeah, I know that in 2012 with all those Ninjago Snake sets, there was a bunch of lime green as well.
Because I remember, hey dog, because I remember when lime green used to be a really rare color, but now it's just flooded the market and it's become a buyer's market for anyone trying to acquire it. So good on Lego for realizing that people wanted lime green, and now there's a plentiful. Yes, a butt chop. Yeah, you just reminded me. Lime green was also heavily present in Power Miners from 2008 to 2009.
Wasn't there like another expedition set that was a bunch of lime green too? Like somewhat recently? Like a volcano set or something? Or is that the power?
And yes, the Volcano Explorers in Lego City, a grey and lime green was their color scheme.
Yeah.
Those are good sharp sets too. Did I spin myself the wrong way?
And it was the volcanoes themselves in that sub theme of Lego City that gave us the corner ugly rock piece.
Very good piece.
The curb.
What do you call it? The curb?
The curb. CURP, corner ugly rock piece.
Nice. Power miners, nice. Rochelle, saying hello to Doc. Hopefully everything is good.
What's that?
And also teal bricks in Paradisa.
Oh no, it's not in the bag. Is it like an important piece, Anthony? Missing a piece in the freaking loop roller coaster.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Because I always remember when I had to call customer service to get myself a replacement for one of the plant pieces in the Friends main street, and in
1x16 in dark blue.
Oh, that's a rather uncommon piece.
Yeah. I don't think.
And in that same,
I don't know if I have one of those in any color.
No.
And in that same replacement, piece order, I got myself a spare sticker sheet of the X1 Ninja Charger legacy set. Because Makro was there when I built that set over 12 months ago. The stickers had been cut wrong, so there was actually 2 stickers. There were 2 stickers conjoined.
Don't talk about missing pieces when Rich is in the chat. There's a good story I feel like we're going to hear about.
Yeah,
You guys already know?
absolutely, Anthony. Go, absolutely,
Uh-oh.
Anthony. Go and call them quick, fast, in a hurry.
Oh, that sucks. Tell them to FedEx it. Well, that's cool, BrickStage. Someone put power functions in that bug. That'd be fun. I expect the wrenches to be gold. That's a big wrench, man. That'd be a heavy one. That'd be a heavy one. That's funny.
Ian Brickbud says that if he could get his hands on one of these, he'd make it remote controlled to chase Carrie around.
Funny. Sharp looking set. Do you have other Galaxy Squad sets?
If I do, it's only one and missing parts. I'm gonna have to check and see. My son has a few actually. They're all mixed up though. He's gonna have to sort his parts and do all of that to see what he has. But he's got some really good ones from back in the day, Indiana Jones and some of those that I didn't get because at the time I was buying for him and not me.
Carrie gets in right away. Please don't sell Ian this set. Even it sitting on the shelf would be a little bit much, right? Bug you right out.
Technically, if I just shipped it for free, then I wouldn't be selling it, right?
You got him there, right?
What a loophole.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see the content. Zizou's shipping it out just so we can watch.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Macro, I've enjoyed being a part of the panel and chatting with everyone. I'm gonna get out of here though and get some food and stuff like that.
Always glad to see you. Always glad to have you. And in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I'll be following you.
Yep. Thank you. It was nice chatting with everyone. Take care.
See ya, Zizou.
It would scare me more than potato.
And get the brick, just send in a $3 super sticker.
Yeah, I gotta do the second show.
I want to set the record straight. I thought the cop was a prostitute.
That's so great.
For some reason, that one jumped out at me. I don't know why. It made me laugh.
The wisdom of Homer, I tell you.
It's an honest mistake, right?
Okay, so with the wisdom of Homer Simpson, I'm just gonna slowly walk backwards into the bushes.
Man, what episode was that from? Wasn't he doing something with Flanders or something?
I think that was
with Flanders.
I think that was the episode where, or I think that was one of the Treehouse of Horror episodes. I want to say, I thought it was maybe Dial N for Nerder, if I can remember specific episode names, or it might have been, because I want to say some reason it was him sing, or maybe it was the episode when Homer thought Flanders killed his wife or something.
I think that was it. The last one you said. That's a show I could go back and binge watch.
Thank God that Venomous Typin lets me leech off of his Disney Plus.
Appreciate it, Anthony. Right on. Buds. I have a Facebook and an Instagram rep, but not a YouTube rep yet. I'll get that gold wrench. Interesting. So what's a Facebook and an Instagram rep do? They guide you on how to get out more, like how to branch out more?
Yes, I don't know.
I think a representative for that would be one who would best understand the algorithm.
So would they be a YouTuber themselves, you think? or they just have the.
I think what
inside knowledge?
they wouldn't necessarily do stuff themselves. They would just do a lot of research into the algorithm.
Well, that sounds like an interesting job. Nice one saying bye to Z. Rochelle says tomorrow I'll be at school. Like Sunday school? Isn't tomorrow Sunday? Or do you live in a different part of the world and it's a Monday for you tomorrow? Aren't you on summer holidays?
I was like, yeah, it's like right smack in the middle of summer, pretty much.
Ian says they can't do research into that algorithm. It's a black box AI. So is it just trial and error, you think, Ian, till you get the, I want to air quote, experience on what's working, what's not working? Everyone's always talking about the algorithm, this or that. And I was like, man, I can't even make sense of half these numbers on the analytics. Or I can't change them, so don't worry about it. But
I'm kind of debating putting something in here because right now this is going to be a little staircase up to the entrance, and it's just going to have this big space in it. So I'm thinking about putting something there,
like a treasure or a torture chamber or what?
I don't know, just something, maybe like a reference or something like that to Ninjago, but I'm not sure what I'd put in there, if anything at all.
According to vulture.com, the gif of Homer Simpson walking backwards into the hedge is from the season is taken from a season 5 episode.
Does it give you the name?
Homer loves Flanders. So let me go to Disney Plus. Let me go to Disney Plus and see what the bio is for that episode. Or the synopsis.
Simpsons always seem to be above their time for me, even looking back on it now.
What does Disney Plus say?
Well, we forgot one again.
And if Buttchop were on the panel right now, he'd be talking about how
No. Yeah, so this is what the stairs
Disney is trying to rule the world.
It's like the basic structure of the stairs, what it's going to look like, and there's all this space in here. So I'm kind of thinking of adding something.
It looks good though, man.
Yeah. I'm just not sure what I'd add.
So you're saying, Ian, don't think about it too hard, or else I might squish that pea that's between my ears, or what? No worries. Just let it do what it's going to do.
I could I could just get like a closet door or something and then put Harry Potter in there since it's a staircase.
Ah, you could do that, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to cross the themes. Other marketing people, basically. Okay.
We'll see. But this is like the basic structure. And then there's going to be some stuff that goes on the side here. Probably just going to be like plant life and such.
Well, so now we're not going to know what we're going to get. That's funny. You say potato and then the roller coaster goes?
Trying to build as much as possible before going back so that I can determine what I need to order. So that those pieces that I need arrive while I'm gone.
Get the bricks. He's eyeing up your diesel knot you got in the back corner there, TJ.
Yeah, the diesel knot. Yeah, it's just I didn't have a good place to put it, so I just put it back here since there was space.
And Buttchop says, "What's Ninjago?"
Well, that's how I look at it, Ian. What's Ninjago?
Oh, I just got a message.
Just not your theme, Bud Chop. Just not your theme.
Oh yeah, MJ wishes he bought the dragon pit. Yeah, I've got that on my shelf on the other end of my room, and I've displayed it in such a way that the little earth dragon that comes in it, Slab is his name, is actually coming out of the gateway in the front.
Back where I got to go.
Appreciate you coming on.
I got a message saying I need to go help somebody.
hear
No,
you.
thanks for having me on, man. As always.
It's been good. It's
Likewise,
been
always.
good talking to your Hive.
Yeah, same. Likewise. I'm sure I'll see you guys on someone's stream or something soon.
Worst case tomorrow on Good Morning Brick World. Worst.
Yes. Good times. But anyways, yeah, you guys have a great one. Invite everybody in the chat. Thanks for being awesome, and you guys are really killing it with the comments, man. It was great.
It was hilarious.
Bye, everybody.
I have.
Combos. It's a fun stream when you can have the chat going on live with the panel and just stop and get into a whole nother chat within the actual chat, just night and day, and crack me up.
Also, MJ Bay is back in the chat.
Yeah.
J Bay, baby, right on.
And then I've got these like little side things that I built up, and it's purely so that I can add like the little Technic pieces. But I don't know what I'm gonna put on there yet. Maybe some statues, maybe some decoration. But I've got to have these so that they can attach to other Ninjago modulars.
Do you need it symmetrical? Like if you do a statue on one side, could you do like a little noodle shop on the other side or something? Or?
I could make them different. Those will probably happen later, more finishing touches than they will be like major additions. The platforms are really just there. The priority is the main temple. At the very least, I can just put like some green over it and then put some foliage on top of that, and then it's like a little plant area if I happen to run out of pieces.
Is that gate is that inspired by a build from one of the Ninjago sets?
Awesome.
It's inspired by a temple in the Ninjago show. The temple that I'm actually building, and the gate is supposed to be as close to accurate representation as I could get of that gate.
So what's the name of the temple? Because I need to build one of those gates for
It's
my Asian town.
The Temple of Fortitude.
Okay, the Temple of
Ninjago.
of Fortitude. Lego Ninjago Temple of Fortitude.
It is missing a few parts. It's gonna have those little like 1x1 pyramid pieces on top of where these round pieces are. Kind of hard to show because this is a bit wide.
Let's see if I can find you
But
all 12 here.
Kind of see right there.
Was that from? Wait, no, that's not it. That's the Battle for Ninjago City.
That the Battle for Ninjago City is Lego's official model of the Temple of Fortitude.
Okay.
But it was not entirely show accurate.
So was that in the 3rd or the 4th season? Was it?
It's in season 3.
Yeah,
rebooted.
Season 3. Yeah, I think I have enough similar pieces to build one of those because because for those who know my city, I'm gonna have to have some entryways from the street that's in front of Asian Town to get into the promenade of the different shops and stores. And so I think it'd be cool to have the walkway entrance into my Asian town be one of those gates.
Yeah.
Triple D still in the chat?
Yeah, but this is so if you look at like the top, like up here with this part, it's actually this little like red snippet is 9 studs across. Which I really liked, but then this part is like normal or whatever.
Yeah, and I just looked at images of the set, and it looks like you changed the 2x2 round bricks to 1x1 to save space.
Yeah. Yeah, I made it a bit skinnier, a bit smaller, so that I can make it more detailed.
Yeah. I just wanted to say congratulations, Greg, for having one heck of a live stream.
It was busy. Lots of good peeps up in the chat. I can't find Dan's thumbnail here to drop it in the chat. Triple D, why so hard to find?
10.5 minutes.
I actually have to get out of here. It's been nice hanging out.
Always good to see you, TJ.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Always
it.
good. Always good catching up, TJ. See you later.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers. Take care. That's right. We're winding her down the last 10 minutes. Agree, Greg. Thanks, Butt Chop. It's kind of nice. Keeps us solidified. Get to check out what everyone's building and collecting.
And also, whenever you see Brick Pastor, don't forget to thank Pastor for helping Chop put all this together. And Chop and Pastor are always looking for more people to help organize stuff for future renditions. And who knows, maybe there might be so much more of a demand in 2023 that they'll have to rebrand this as the 96-hour community live stream.
Man, still looking for Triple D's link here. Okay, let's go back and go find 72 hour.
Yeah, I got the notification. I had to turn on the bell icon for his channel. So I got the notification. If you want me to, if that'd be faster for me to drop in the link.
Well, it might be. Let me try one thing. That's why I just went Triple D.
Because I can go and drop in a link right now.
Oh, if you got it, get her done.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Yeah. That should be the link for Triple D's live stream. That'll come on in 8 minutes and 5 seconds.
Appreciate it, Mayo. Appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys, people in the chat. Fun conversations. Epic 72-hour community live stream event. And Saturday night's just getting started. It's just getting started.
And Aussie Adam Bricks just did a $2 super chat.
He likes the Homer. Appreciate it, Adam. Much appreciated.
I want to set the record straight. I thought the cop was a prostitute.
I'll be looking for more of those Simpsons clips now. I'm glad people are liking them. Appreciate it, Greg. Right on. Big Nate. Nice. Awesome, Secret Squirrel. Well, I'm almost done. 3 hours for 1,000 pieces. Seems a little weak to me, but I almost got her done. I'll go hang out with Dan in the last for an hour, and we'll crank out the last little bit of this, I'm sure. Good times. Good times. I'm amped up. I'm still excited to see what's coming up next and all the other guys' great shows, great streams. You want to see it on Instagram, so I should show my share my screen. Let's see.
Then me and my friend were about to press it, but the man said not to press it. But we pressed it anyway, and we ran and we hit in the giant tire. Oh yeah, and my other friend was already there.
All right, now you're overstimulated. Let's get some beer in you, and then it's right to bed.
Woohoo! Beer, 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 dun, dun, dun.
That's it. That's all I got to do is be overstimulating. The wife will pour some beer down my throat. It sounds like a good deal. Right on, James. Appreciate it. Great stream. Catch you next time around. Likewise. Busy weekend. Zizou, I got built almost the whole thing. It'll take me maybe a half hour to crank out this last little bit. Not quite there, but we're getting close. Nice. Leasing. Take care, James. That's right. Take care. And appreciate it, James. Thanks for sharing the personal stories, man. It's not always hard, but it kind of is an eye-opener. And like I say, sometimes you got to stop and smell the flowers and appreciate it. You never know when it changes. So thanks for sharing, James. Much appreciated. That would have been a hard one. Put that in the right spot. Are we off-centered one? We're off-centered one. Rochelle. Homer. Nice. Appreciate it, BrickStage. The Craigster is always dropping the polite, kind words. That's awesome. And likewise, man. Man, I mean, watching some assembly required. You guys put on one heck of a show. I actually did work.
Yeah, unfortunately, for the next unfortunately for the next 4 months, I probably won't be able to get on an episode of Summer Assembly Required because I have a class that starts at 9 a.m. and on my Fridays, and so I'd have to wake up at 7.
Well, that's all right too, though.
So, well, yeah, and because I'd want to spend my time, I want to spend my time getting some sleep before I hop on the train and go to campus.
I'm actually gonna go eat dinner after this. I haven't eaten all day. It's starting to show in my speech. I can feel it. Appreciate it, Zizou. Don't forget to hit that like button before leaving. Much appreciated. Wrapping her up. What, 3 minutes left before we go raid the honeypot there. That sounds good, doesn't it? Before we go raid the honeypot. Good times. Again, I appreciate it. This weekend and every weekend. Great people in this community. Everyone's open, willing to take the time, talk. We found a good group that's not too crazy, not too serious. We can have some good laughs. Uh-oh, did I make a mistake? Probably. We'll find out in the end. Nice, Lisa.
Yeah, and once this live stream is over, I'm gonna be depressed because university's gonna take up a bunch of my time over the next 4 months.
It's productivity in a different level for positive.
So I won't get to be as active in the community, which will suck.
Oh, a little bit, but that's right. Times come and go in life. This is, what is this one? The 7th. This is the 7th brownstone townhouse in the city.
So just to let everyone know, if I'm not active, or if you notice that I become not as active as I used to over the next 4 months, that's because I'll be working hard at university, and hopefully I'll be able to graduate from my bachelor's degree. And if I get a GPA of 5.0 or more, then I'll qualify for my honors degree. But if I don't, I'll go straight to my master's degree next year.
Just think about when you're done, like completely done. Keep your eye on the prize. It'll be well worth it. Nothing good comes easy.
And we're in the last minute, so it's been fantastic talking with you and everyone else on the panel, Makro.
Likewise, I better pull up Triple D's screen. Once he goes, I can shut her down.
And I want to thank everyone who I want to thank all of the 12 new subscribers I've been able to attract, because now we're only 20 subscribers away from building the UCS Luke's Land Speeder, which will be fun.
That will be fun. I'm looking forward to that too. Don't forget to wander on over to Mayo's channel. If you weren't watching last night, just give that like button a little slap so we can watch Luke's Land Speeder get built.
Because all of the Star Wars fans in particular would want to subscribe to me to try and see me build the Luke's Land Speeder. And it just ticks 6:30 a.m. for me, which means that that Triple D should be going live any second now.
Yep, when he does, again, appreciate it, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. I see these chats filling up already. And as soon as he goes live, as soon as I see some motion, I'm going to click that X button and we'll shut her down here. And until next Saturday shenanigans. There we go. Have fun. Take care. See y'all later.
Bye.